All right. Hello, hello, and hello. Seru, first and foremost, congratulations on being first for 3 days in a row. That's really impressive and a little bit insane. I feel like you've just got like that itchy trigger finger and you just like click, 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 click. He cheats. He's got a bot built into my Streamlabs that automatically pops up now, huh? That was the bot. That was the bot that you guys collaborated on. Anyways, I digress. Thanks for being here. This is session number 55 of Unlikely Heroes, our our Sunday night Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition game. We're gonna go ahead and I am I am only a bot for you, Xavier. You know what? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this. Session number 55. We're picking up right in the heat of combat. We're going to start, obviously, with a session recap, take questions, and then do a really quick XP recap. And then we're just going to start it off right at the very top of the round. Yeah, that's that. Please remember that I don't pay a whole lot of attention to chat when we start these streams or when we go through these streams. I do pop in here and there just to see how wacky shit's getting because it's gotten weird before. But yeah, I'll be paying attention to these guys, especially tonight because we got a heavy combat night, and that'll be that. All right, going back on over. All right, guys. So, quick recap from session number 54. So, first and foremost, when you guys started the session, it was the morning of, I believe, the 24th. It's either the 24th. No. It was the morning of the 25th, excuse me. So it was the morning of the 25th, which was Wednesday. You guys, you had your breakfast. You collected your what gear you needed. There was some brief discussion, some brief role play at the House of the Dwarf Lord Inn regarding this pit fighting thing where this guy was going to write Ree's name in since Ree was going to be off doing big adventurer things. And yeah, then you guys made I believe, one quick pit stop, and you just rolled out. You traveled a good majority of the day. Some of the day was traveled on the back of Josa just to get a little extra oomph. Throughout the day, you did manage to find, towards the tail end of the day, you managed to find a path that was very clearly from a stag or some sort of deer that had been in the area recently. Through tracking it a little bit further on and some very well-rolled perception checks, you guys managed to identify that, yes, indeed, there was a stag, a big stag, like an 8-point buck, that was hanging out in the brush near you. Without thinking, how are we going to preserve the meat of a full-grown male deer, Aurora just fucking shot it and killed it. So yeah, that happened. And then when you began to cut it up, the question of, oh shit, how do we take care of all this meat? We've got hours before we reach where we need to be. But thankfully, you all put your heads together and you managed to salt part of the meat. You managed to freeze a good chunk of the meat with the natural frost powers of Aurora, and you consumed a bunch of it. So it worked out pretty well, but much better than it could have. Also, during that deer interaction, you were capable of identifying that deer had been wounded before and survived a wound that it probably shouldn't have, but did, and it was identified that the weapon that shot it was from a gnoll. You guys had a long rest. You slept through the night, and when you awoke the next morning, you progressed the remainder of the way to your target location, where the Inscriptionist Guild entourage had gone dark. When you got to about the area, you could see from the distance, about 1,000 feet ahead of you or so, through the brush, as it is not necessarily a densely vegetated area, but it was vegetated enough to where you couldn't see anything and nothing could see you, best as you knew, but you could see smoke rising above the vegetation. With that, Doc decided to go ahead and investigate. So Doc began to stealth. Gray gave her some words of wisdom, which, if I'm not mistaken, were something along the lines of, don't fuck up, don't die, or don't screw up. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
Gray?
because
Listen,
I prayed to
I
Garl
can't hear you.
and said, I prayed to Garl and said, please don't let me fuck this up. And then right after that, Gray said, don't fuck this up. And was very inspiring in doing so.
I mean, let's
didn't
be
even
fair.
use the DA.
It's very inspiring. Okay, so that happened. Doc snuck up to this weird, like, steeped or staggered stone clearing that had what was the remnants of a once probably lavish waterfall kind of creeping over the edge of these rocks. Very dense, beautiful green vegetation. Even a bridge built, showing that there was at least some semblance of civilization or humanity of some sort that had the wherewithal to build a bridge to get across this thing. Now, mind you, the river itself, or the stream, the once river, was now not much more than a small stream or a babbling brook. And as Doc continued to look around, very, very well hidden, unfortunately, something caught her scent. And from the distance, at the top of this 40-ish foot high cliff, stepped out this large, almost 7 foot tall hyena figure that had twisted horns protruding from parts of its face and body. As it howled out, it loosed 2 arrows from its longbow, one missing Doc, the second striking her. As soon as she began to bleed, her scent was in the air and the jig was up. And that is when the remainder of the GNOLL warband began to rain quite literal fury down upon her. And it was within the course of the round that they managed to do over 53 points of damage to her as she slipped into unconsciousness. Actually, you know what? I think it was 53 exactly.
It was.
Yeah, it
'cause
was
I
53
at zero
exactly. Right. Well,
right now.
I was going to say, you were at 0 like 8 rounds ago when they started running.
Yeah.
So... anyways, yeah, so that's what happened. Doc went unconscious after a barrage of arrows felled her. And to be fair, they shot a hell of a lot more arrows than actually hit you. They were clearly not great shots, and they were putting their numbers to their advantage. With that being said, Doc screamed out. You guys could hear the howls, and suddenly Doc's screaming stopped, but the howls continued and changed to a much more aggressive kind of feeding frenzy, like a pack of wolves that had circled in on a stag. And you guys started to fucking run. I believe that Gray cast a long strider spell on Ree. Ree just, well, fast as fuck, boy. Yeah, everybody just started to run as fast as they possibly could. So where we're going to be picking up today is day 26 at 11 a.m., 26th of Mujam. It is a Thursday, 11 a.m., right at the top of the round in the fight that we are currently in. Quick XP recap from last time, however. Okay, so the stag encounter, I gave you guys 50 XP for that, and then 450 XP for the roleplay throughout the entirety of the session, and that puts that puts Gray at 29,671, Aurora is at 28,659, and the remaining 2 party members at 31,509. So I know I sent this in the middle of the week, but just to kind of to recap, we have the time it is going to take for Ree to get to what I am calling the edge of the map. So on your guys' screen, it will be like that square right there. To get to that square, Ree will have to full action move. So movement plus dash for 2 turns plus her move action just to get to that square. Gray, let me get back to Gray. Aurora, we have 12 turns for you to reach that square. However, there are 6 turns until you are within the shooting range of 300 feet. And then it is... Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Let me back that up. So you have 6 turns until you get to your 150-foot range. and then 11 turns until you get to the 50-foot range. That's how it broke down. And then Gray, you had 9 turns until plus 10 feet until you reached the edge of the map. However, because of the variation in your weight, because you had 2 bedrolls on you that both had 0 weight on them. You had 2, but they had zeroed out weight. They actually weigh.
I think it's because I left them in the extra room along with like a pair of clothes. At like the end.
Okay, but you still had 2 in your quantity. So the quantity should have been reduced to 0. I didn't change your quantity. I'm seeing 2 in your quantity, but you zeroed the weight out. But if you changed the weight, or if you changed the quantity to 0 but kept it in your inventory, it would automatically zero out the weight. So
yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, no. And I again, I know I mentioned it in Discord earlier, but everybody's character sheet had problems as far as weight was concerned, whether it was the coinage. And actually, Lucy, I changed yours, just so you know. If you click on your portable hole now, it will show you to the right of it that there is now all of your coins inside the portable hole. So what that did is when I dragged them down there and took everything out of your inventory, with you still having the weight active for coins, it reduces that weight to 0 because now the portable hole is holding it all.
Cool.
And then the only 2 people that is not going to apply for, and this is only because I don't know how to code a custom item yet to reduce the weight to 0 the way this magic item does, is going to be Aurora and Doc, because you have Coin Purse of the Pocket Plane. That is my custom item, and quite frankly, I just don't know how the fuck it is coding it to make it appear to be 0. But when I do figure that out, we will change it back over so that we can easily identify what's going on. And that'll be important too, as far as you know, what is in a bag of holding, what is in the portable hole. Now you can drag all of the items down there, so that way there's never a question if you're like, nope, I have 4 of my potions in the portable hole and 2 on me. Now, if I see 6 just in your inventory, I'm gonna go, well, you've got all 6 in your inventory, so that way we can kind of eliminate confusion. That's the intention.
Maybe just for now, like for anybody who has like the portable or like the coin purse or whatever, then like maybe just turn it to ignore coin weight.
Yeah, and that's what we have. Yep. So Doc and Kat right now, they Aurora, they both have it changed to not showing weight. Now, Gray did have that, but he didn't have the portable hole in his inventory. So, but that's all rectified now. Not a big deal. Also, and just as a public reminder for people who are watching, within my universe, all scrolls and all potions weigh a 1/4 pound across the board. Okay. All right, so let me just take one quick look at my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything, because there was a ton of fucking notes that I took last week.
I'm going to ask a clarifying question about distance. You said I was 6 turns until I'm within the 320 for my max range for the shortcut, correct?
Give me just 1 second here. Because I know I had posted about it earlier on in the week, but I just want to make sure that I am reading the right information, because I have it written down on my note card as well, but now I'm questioning myself. So, Aurora, you arrive in 12 turns. However, you're within 300 feet in 6 turns and 50 feet in 11 turns. There we go. Oh, okay, I see what I did. I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait, I wrote the same thing down here. Yeah, but I did it backwards because I wrote the distance in parentheses on the opposite end of the sentence. So that's where I got confused. But yeah, so 12 full turns till you hit the edge of the map. 6 turns until you're within 300 feet, which is your disadvantage. And then within the 150... or whatever it was, you are, is it 150? Is it 150, 300, or is it 320 now? God damn it, I'm questioning myself.
It is 320.
8320, there we go. Oh, I see. I had it, though. So the way that I had listed it was because if you are moving at full speed, you're going to have to use your action to get within that 300 bracket anyways, or that 320 bracket. So you would wind up moving to the 300 point, and you're going to have to, because that will be a double action, or a dash action. So, okay, so 300 feet, yes. So 300 feet is 6 turns. 11 turns is within the halfway point, and then 12 full turns is what gets you to the whatchamacallit, edge of the map.
I need halfling legs.
Oh, halfling legs. Okay, so anybody have any other questions? All right. Get the spooky music going here. All right, so what we're going to do is, since we have 2 turns plus an action now, give me a second. I actually wrote a note regarding... See, I wrote a lot of fucking notes. Okay, yeah, so, Kevin, I had listed, because I know you had mentioned that you were going to try and yeet Josa when you got close enough. So if you
turn Josa into a Pokeball grenade.
I'm totally down with that. So I was treating it as if it were a dagger, so it's got 20-60, so you can yeet it from 60 feet out to hit the edge of the map to begin acting.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, on that note, let's go ahead and dive into it. So it's the top of the round right now. Okay, so with the top of the round... Okay, so we are moving now, and we are at Aurora. Aurora, I'm assuming, for all intents and purposes here, is everybody just double dashing until they get within their respective ranges?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is...
I mean, obviously speaking for Ree, I'm not speaking for anybody else, but yes, definitely for Ree.
Doc is not.
Doc's going nowhere.
I'm going as fast as I can.
You can't catch me. You're the... Oh, they got you. All right, Gray.
So I guess I'm over encumbered.
Correct. So on that note, I had you at 9 turns until you arrived at the edge of the map, but with your over encumbrance, it will be 18 turns. Now, with that being said, if you would like, you can unstrap the bedrolls that are currently encumbering you and drop them. That is an environmental action.
Yes, because I didn't even know I had them till now, so
You won't miss them.
it makes no difference.
To be fair, it also makes last night's sleep 10 times more awkward, knowing that you were going to try to sleep it out in the cold and then were covered up with monkey pelts.
No, he was covered up with a stinky bedroll.
Oh, is that what it was?
The clean one.
Yeah,
Ree, yeah.
Ree put her bedroll over him.
Yeah, I
Nasty.
didn't think I was let Gray use the monkey pelt.
Oh no, it was Doc who creeped into the monkey pelts afterwards. That's right.
She kind of strong-armed Aurora into letting her use them, yeah.
All right. Anyways, so okay, so Gray, though, I'm assuming you are. Gray, I'm assuming you are gonna just be doing your double move.
Yeah, also reading through invisibility, which I think I cast last time.
You did.
I believe our logic was it'll last me enough time to get there, but I realize now that it says concentration up to a minute on greater invisibility.
Yep.
So I don't think I'm going to be invisible by the time I get there.
Nope. But you're invisible right now, and that could potentially benefit you up until the time that it pops. And I say that because while Aurora is armed with a short bow with a max range of 320 feet, these creatures are armed with longbows with a max range of 600 feet. If they cannot see you, they more than likely will not shoot at you.
Good point. I'll keep it up.
I mean, it's not going to hurt your concentration any. I mean, you're going to just keep running, unless you fall. That would fucking suck. Could you imagine bouncing your head off a rock because you tripped running full speed and blew your fucking greater invisibility?
Hey, when they first met me and we were running away from guards, I tripped over a fence.
That is true, and then you just disappeared into the fence, so... Or no, it was into the bush on the other side of the fence,
Yeah,
I think.
Homer Simpson, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we get to Ree. Ree, so you, Ree, are...
Balls.
Yep, you are 100 and let's see, 150 feet out right now from the edge of the map. So my assumption would be then when you get up, when you get up to, and let me just check real quick here.
Just for a little bit of more information, the intention was to actually like get into actual attacking range, and actually like bounce Josa off somebody's head.
Oh, okay.
And then have it pop. I don't know why.
I love
So
this plan.
now, just so you know, and that's totally fine by me. And I don't know if you were also intending on attacking, but it does require your action to summon Josa.
Well, I figured I would. I mean, we can figure this out when we get there. But my intention was to use my run action. Sorry, my first movement action, and then throw Josa the additional 60 feet.
Perfect. Yep,
then
that's perfect.
Meet up.
Yep, that actually that helps me doing the math here a hell of a lot better. Okay, so with that being said, then you move, and we go back to the top of the round. Then we get to.
Is she able to see any more from where she is now? Or
So you are
the
about.
edge?
Give me one sec here. You're about 200, about 150 feet out. Give me one sec. I'll open a little more for you here.
Jeez.
Also, just as a reminder for everybody, the numbers, the red numbers, are indicators of the height. Yeah, it's elevation to that point. Okay, that's about as much as you can see, because you can't really see through the bushes at this point. Alright, so we got Aurora. Okay. Going down to Gray. Okay, Gray, you are 7 turns out. Alright, Ree. Now, Ree, you have gotten to 50 feet from the edge of where we are at this point. So now, I will open the scene up for you. And no, you're not hiding in the bushes down there.
Oh, I see myself over there.
It just happened to be the most convenient place to put you. For the time being. Okay. Alright, with that said, yep, you're about 50 feet out from the edge of the map. And that will be next turn. Yeah, next turn will get you there. Okay. So, now that moves us down to the top of the round. Okay, Aurora. Aurora, you're about 3 feet from being able to fire to the edge of the map. Alright.
And next round, I should be able to potentially try and hit one of the closer critters.
No, that's not. I just said you're 3 rounds out from being able to target the very first square on the edge of the map. That's your 150 range. All right. It brings us to Gray. Gray, you are now 6 turns out. All right, Ree. Now it's time to do some fucking work. So, you find yourself, as you begin to rush, and this only requires your move action. So you've used your move action. You now have full control of your token, and you arrive at the edge of the map. And the scene before you is pretty fucking horrific. Give me a quick... give me a nature check.
Okay.
God damn, that's great. So, in front of you, mainly right here, is a very, very large pool of blood that has not even coagulated yet, meaning it is very fresh. It looks, and as you're running up, you're not raging right now, right?
Not yet.
Okay, no, I just wanted to make sure, because that would be the difference between understanding what you're seeing and just blanking out. So, you see the blood, it has not coagulated, telling you it's very fresh. What you also see with that nature check around the outside are about probably 30 or 40 individual tiny paw prints that have been dipped in the blood and stepped around in the dirt around it. You then see a very clear indication that something, whatever was hunted or downed here, was dragged to the southeast from that blood pool. And the sound here is, I'm not sure if you've ever heard hyenas before, but it is the sound of cackling, barking, yipping, like laughing hyenas. And somewhere in the distance, they are tearing into something.
But I can't see Doc up there, right?
Not with where you're at right this second, and that's only because of the line of sight of the bush, but you've got a pretty good, with that nature check, you've got a pretty good fucking idea that whatever happened was probably, this was the point of conflict.
Okay, and I can see this individual up here, and also this one down here. Probably not this guy over here, though, right?
Correct. Not the guy, not that third guy. However, what you can also see is because there's 40-foot elevation, this fucking guy up here, the one that has like these weird, almost like demonic spikes growing out of its chin and out from underneath its throat, you can see it clear as day, standing there like barking down towards what is a small waterfall.
Okay. And one more question. This might be a little bit too much, but do I know if Joseph can be killed?
You know what? You've never asked Josa, and you've not really done a whole lot of digging into the fine-tuned details of that item, and because it doesn't bind to you, you don't innately know it, so you're not entirely sure. You've never seen Josa get hurt.
All right. Well, this is the plan. So we're gonna go for it. All right. Ree is going to first of all, bonus action, rage. She'll see the blood, and she'll just continue to see red for the rest of the evening. And then she's going to. Okay, she's going to toss Josa at this individual over here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
This guy over there. Okay, so... Just an unarmed strike attack? I mean, it's...
Just making... no, it's not unarmed. It would just be just a basic ranged attack roll. Can you do just like a generic ranged attack roll?
I only have the option to do my maul or an unarmed strike, and I think it's...
Okay.
Dex based anyway, right? So
Well, actually, you know what? It's a thrown weapon, so it's technically strength.
Okay, all right. So then, yeah, that works. That's just a +5 then. Okay, here we go. All right.
Oh, fuck yeah, no problem. Okay, give me a sec here. I gotta dig Josa out from the bottom of the map. That sounds probably way weirder than it actually is, but it's totally legit.
So I guess as as I'm tossing Josa, she's speaking the command word. Ree's speaking the command word, and just so this is my move action to get there. This is going to be my attack action in this, pretty much.
Yep, and you'll still have. Well, you also bonus action rage, right?
Bonus action rage. Yeah.
Okay, so yep, all 3 actions have been used up. Well, except for your reaction when that is appropriate.
Wait. I couldn't actually attack with her and do the activate her at the same time. Because it's an attack action, but it's also an action to activate.
So, this is a very particular situation. And it does technically say that you need to use your action to activate it to summon it. But thematically, it's way fucking cooler if you yeet that bitch and are calling the command word as it happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and override that and say,
Really cool. Like it.
Yeah, it's really... You don't hear that very often from me, because I'm kind of a rule stickler, but that's just... I mean... Okay, so... You get up to where you are currently, you look down at the blood, you immediately get just furious. You see this guy on the bridge who is in the process of pulling an arrow out of his quiver and is actively barking out loud. And as it begins to draw, you fucking throw Josa, shouting the command word, and Josa springs into existence.
Just cause as much chaos as you can, Josa. I love you.
And Josa begins to fucking do work. So bear with me for one moment. So we're going to put Josa... Just so you know, Josa will be on your initiative. I've been playing this game for a very long time, and I've never had to use a giant goat stat block before, but I'm really excited about it. Okay, so Josa... Ah, there we go. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Fucking Josa hits, man. Okay.
You sound so surprised.
It's a giant goat. I mean, it's a CR 1/2, so... I didn't expect a lot from Josa, but goddamn, Josa did some work. Okay, so... Josa did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of bludgeoning and 1 point of electricity.
Nice.
So... So Josa hits the bridge, converses with you, and then literally, like, rocks back on her haunches. And as she begins to lunge forward, she hits this thing square in the chest, and you hear it kind of yelp as this little crackle of electricity kind of jolts off of it. As you look and make sure Josa's okay, Josa looks cool, but you see this thing spit blood out of its mouth. Apparently wounded.
Nice.
Alright, with that being said... So this gnoll walks over here, and it is going to fire at Josa. No, so the arrow flies through the air, sticks to the underbelly of the bridge. All right. So at this point, seeing the goat and the goblin, the guy way up at the top, the one with the demonic-looking spikes, begins to bark orders, and you see the focus not of the hyenas down in the water, but the focus of the gnolls around the edge kind of turn towards, and you see him starting to like dip in and out of the bushes and like try to find what is being talked about here. With that being said, he's going to start firing with his longbow. All right, so the first arrow flies way over your head, Ree. Way over your head. The second one... Okay, so the second two was a 17 and a 19. What is your AC now?
16, so they both hit.
Okay. So the first one goes over your head. Oh wow, I rolled a 1 and a 2 for damage, so that's going to be 4, 5, 6, so 7 points reduced to 3. As both arrows land, they hit and they kind of snap. You can tell they're kind of fucked up, cheap, definitely not proficiently made arrows. And as you look down and see the heads hit you and splintered inside of you, confirming that what you had found earlier in the stag were GNOLL arrows. Okay. So we're going to move past these two as they try to get a bead. Let's see, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, so the guy down here to the south of you, he fires his longbow, and the arrow goes way over your head again. Unfortunately, Josa does catch an arrow in the side, and as you look over, there does not appear to be any blood, but Josa does let out a very audible... Alright. Okay, so that one is going to move there. Use its... you know what? It's not going to... yeah, it's not going to use its action to get to. It's going to just hold it there. Alright, Aurora, we are at your turn. So, let's see here. Alright, so you are at 2 turns out from your 150 mark, or from your, your 300 mark. Hyenas are still doing their thing. And this is 2. Okay. So these two gnolls up on the northern part of the ridge both take their actions to fire on Josa. So that is a... Say 1 actually misses, but 3 do hit. D plus 2, so that's 6. That's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24. And as 3 of the 4 arrows successfully hit Josa, you see the first one hits. And she kind of... Second one hits. Third one hits. And she spins back into a small statuette and bounces on the ground.
Just kind of hoping for that scenario, more so than like her just falling over dead.
That'd be fucked up. You know, it's funny. So I actually, because of the weird situation with Josa as an entity, I literally had to sit and brainstorm what the fuck would happen if that came to fruition. I was like, okay, so it's... Yeah, it was a gamble, but it was a cool gamble. Okay, Gray. Gray, you are 5 turns out from the edge of the map. You can now see Ree, and you could hear the screams of Josa, which very quickly got cut off, and you see Ree kind of standing and preparing as you are very quickly approaching.
How long is my invisibility?
So you actually... That's a good question. Give me 1 second. Okay, so you have 1 more full round left on it. So at the end of your next turn, it will be done. Okay. So, from up on the ridge, Another arrow from one of the gnolls. This one is only firing a single arrow, and the arrow does miss Ree. Okay, this gnoll moves across the bridge here, knocks and looses 2 arrows at Ree. Okay, one definitely misses. The second one, it's gonna be iffy. The second one is... Oh, nope, that's only a 15. That's a miss. Okay, so both arrows miss. Alright, this gnoll over here. Let's go there. Fire a single arrow. And that one does hit. And that is for minimum damage. So that is 3 divided, so we'll call it 1. Alright, Ree. It's your turn, sister.
Okay, well, her initial thought was to go in the direction of the blood stain, but now that Jose is down... fuck.
Who does Ree like more?
Okay, so okay, so Ree doesn't know. I don't know, it's equidistant either way. Yeah, all right. She's just gonna continue on her trajectory here and just go. Sorry, I need to do some measuring here. Yeah, all right. Fuck it, I'll just go right there. She'll move 30 feet here, take a whack at this individual.
Okay.
She'll try once, and if that doesn't bring it down, she'll try it again. 13 hit.
So a 13 does not hit. It actually bounces off of the thick hide armor that this thing is wearing. Crudely worn. Actually, as you're looking at it, it almost looks like this thing is wearing the hide of another gnoll.
That's some fucked up shit. Okay. Let's do it again, but harder. There we go.
Oh, fuck yeah, that'll do it. Oh, this is gonna be dirty. Is this the first time you've done legit damage with that thing?
It is, yeah.
God help this gnoll.
Do I have my rage damage on? Oh, okay, I don't know why I can't see that option anymore. Okay, so she's just gonna... This is just gonna be the bludgeoning damage. Ugh. So that's gonna be +2 with rage.
Alright. I didn't code that wrong, did I? Why is it showing this? Why is it red? Oh, is it...
Because I got a minimum.
Gotcha. Wow, that's rude as fuck that it shows it at red when you do minimum damage.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so it's 9 points altogether then?
Yeah, there used to be like a rage modifier. And
Yeah, I remember you had that, and I'm hoping that I didn't fuck up coding this as a custom item, and I don't know if it was something I needed to turn on, like to give you that option, because I remember you used to do it.
Yeah, I think that there might have been an update, and for some reason it broke, so it's going to be +2 to rage damage rolls every time.
Okay, understood. So yeah, I mean, you this thing kind of absorbs the armor, or the armor absorbs the blow of the first one, and as you rear back, you hit it again, and the maul flashes with this green energy, and it just fucking starts barking and screaming. As you look through its hide armor, you see a rib literally protruding through it.
Ree will yell, "Stop hitting my friend!" Oh, actually, hang on.
Fuck do these things speak? Oh, okay.
All right, she'll also take a. So she has nimble escape. I can. So I can disengage as a bonus action. I still have like 20 more feet of movement. Is that legal to just whack and then disengage and keep on?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, your action economy, you can go in any order you want.
Okay, cool. So she takes a whack, exposes a rib, gives the guy the finger, and walks away.
Okay, sounds good.
Additional 20 feet. There-ish.
All right.
Why does yours have points? It's weird.
It's you know what? I don't know why it does that, but I hate it. I wish that it would just read the block system and do it specifically by that. But I
Yeah.
think because Roll20 can be used for so many different systems, there are some systems that use decimals for their movement. So okay,
Yeah, sometimes it shows that. I think it's a setting. I don't know. Things are weird right now.
all right. So from up at the top of the waterfall, 3 more arrows rain down on you. Thankfully, no crits, but all 3 do hit. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16. So that's 16 points reduced to 8. Oh, and don't forget, I think that you had temporary hit points, didn't you?
I took them off. Yeah,
Oh, did you? Okay.
Around there.
All right. So all 3 arrows hit you. At this point, you hear the barks and the laughing of the hyena creature at the top of the waterfall become much, much more sinister, almost as if you're being toyed with and not necessarily hunted. All right, on that note, on that dark-ass note, so that one's going to run over here, and it's going to take 1 shot at you. Minimum damage again, Jesus. So we'll call it 1 point total. Okay, that one moves. This guy up here is going to take two shots at you. And, wow. Nope, both those were fucking terrible. So 2 arrows kind of like, you see them like kind of break branches at the bush in front of you. You're not sure where they came from, but they definitely didn't hit you. Alright, this asshole is going to charge you with his spear. Okay, yeah, so it's a 16 to hit. So you feel this thing, you feel something stab you in the back for 4 points of damage reduced, so that's 2 points of piercing. And as you glance over your shoulder, the guy whose rib you just busted up real bad is pulling its spear out of you.
I'll remember that.
All right, Aurora. All right, Aurora, you're 1 turn out from your 150 point, 6 turns out from being at the edge of the map. Okay. Hunter across the way. Gonna come up here and take 2 shots at you. Both miss. And unfortunately, because of... Actually, hang on. What is this guy's AC? Motherfucker. See, I do it for the enemies too, people. 5, 6... So 1 arrow kind of like flies over the... or flies like to the left of this knoll directly in front of you. And then as you are kind of trying to get ready to size it up, it lurches forward and you see from its left shoulder an arrowhead busts through and it begins to pour blood. It looks over its shoulder and begins screaming and yelping, and you hear the cackling and the laughing of the other hyena creatures around you. Okay, from up here in this part of the valley, or part of the, waterfall, 2 more arrows sail towards you. Only 1 successfully lands. And that is for 9 reduced to 4 points of piercing damage. Mr. Gray?
Yeah, I'd like to ask, so I could kind of, I guess the front area, you said the grass, where I can go.
Mm-hmm.
Can I kind of like go diagonally from where I saw Reed last? like bit down right because I figured Ree draws attention, so Gray would try and not go towards attention.
You want to go? Can you restate the question? Can you clarify for me what tell me what is it exactly that you want to do?
I want to kind of just go away from where I saw Ree last, because Gray figures that Ree will draw attention.
So okay, so like you saw Ree run here, right? And you're saying you want to be like down here?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, yeah. So
I don't know which way is better because I can't see everyone else, so I guess it's kind of a 50-50 where he goes, just not towards Ree.
yeah, that's fine. So what I will tell you is that as you get closer, you'll be able to you'll have a much easier way to clarify visually what's going on the battlefield. But this, the 50 point is just any one of these boxes on the left-hand side of the screen. You can go any square you want. That's not completely covered by vegetation. If that makes any sense. So, like, if you wanted to, you could start here, whereas Ree popped out right here, whereas, Doc was right here. As long as it's on one of these squares, I don't give a shit where you go.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna just put you there temporarily, just as a placeholder, because you're pretty damn close. So, Gray, you're running, you're sprinting, your turn ends, and as your turn ends, you feel magic begin to kind of break and bust away from you as the shadows begin to flee. And all of a sudden, you realize, oh shit, I'm visible again. All right. On that note. Okay, so that Gnoll's going to hold its action. This Gnoll is not. It's going to run up right there. It's going to fire 2 arrows. Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Just terrible.
Just terrible. So this bush is giving you at least a little bit of cover as you hear the sound of, like, projectiles very aggressively hitting the brush to your left. That brings us to the Gnoll across the way. Put him there. Take a one shot. Hey, a hit. For minimum goddamn damage. So enjoy your 1 point of damage, you Path of the Totem. Yeah, it's literally the only way to take down a bear totem barbarian is nickel and dime. Or hit him with all the psychic you got. Yeah, on the off chance any of my NPCs ever have psychic damage. Very rare.
I can attest.
Just put Sarah as an NPC. That's no psychic damage.
You're not wrong. All right, Ree, your turn.
All right, Ree will take a whack at this guy.
Okay.
Hopefully this will end him. 14?
14 does not hit. It bounces off the shield this guy is now wielding.
Stop surviving my attacks, you bastard. Did it end?
15 just hits.
Hey, there it is. There's the number. All right, here we go. 13.
Christ on a cracker. Okay. Yeah, you rear back and you fucking hit this thing with all you've got. You actually, like, bring it to the ground. It very rapidly pulls itself back up. But as it does so, you realize that you've broken its collarbone in at least a half a dozen places, as it now looks like it's wearing a necklace made out of its own bone and flesh. And it is bleeding out. You know that within the next few seconds, this thing is probably going to collapse from blood loss.
Just yell, "Stop fucking following me!" And she'll disengage again.
Okay.
How well, it's not gonna matter for a while, but how gradual are these hills? Is it like suddenly, because I'm actually, like, particularly up here, I guess it looks like there's like a ledge there.
Yeah, so it will require just a little tiny bit of climbing, like, once you get over here, but it's still not, like, to the point where you would have to roll for it. The only time that you'd have to roll for it is if you're actually going up the face of the waterfall, or where it has, like, the really obviously steep elevation change.
Yeah, she's just seeing the leader and not really seeing her friend at this point, so she's gonna go for that guy.
Okay.
Do I still have?
Oh yeah, you've got movement. Yeah, because you've got all your movement because you stopped right here.
Yeah, but for long strider, how long does that last? Is that an hour, or is that?
I'm pretty sure it was an hour.
I think it is.
Okay. So she has 50.
Yeah, can confirm it's an hour and does not require concentration. So for the entirety of this fight, you have your distance.
Okay. So I assume around here is when I can actually see Doc, right?
Can you ping again? I'm not seeing the. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry.
I didn't realize you couldn't see where I was holding. So, yeah.
Hey, those are all 5 foot. Let's go.
Yeah, so it would be that ending point is where where as you're looking down at this campsite around you, first of all, and you're seeing the blood trail kind of spatter down towards the water. That's when you get your first glimpse of, at this point, a very unrecognizable body in the water being literally pulled to pieces by these hyena. As you get to this spot, however, this gnoll and this gnoll, and this gnoll are going to trigger their held action to take their longbow shots at you. And that is a double fucking hit. God, these ones are killing me. It's just this one die that keeps throwing ones. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 reduced is 5 points of piercing damage, as both gnolls were very clearly sitting there and waiting. Loose their arrows. You get hit once, get hit twice, and you see the blood and the water beginning to turn red in this little reservoir.
But you said unrecognizable body.
It's I'll tell you what. I'll give you this. Make an intelligence check.
No. My dump stat. No.
Fuck, man, for a dump stat, that's pretty impressive.
It's not the terrible dump stat, it's just -1. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because barbarian and because goblin. So as you get to this point, even through your rage, and this is because of the good nature check that you made, as you've essentially just been following this blood trail, you get to the spot where you take the 2 arrows, and as you look up, you see the body of a small, what was at some point in time probably gnome or halfling, that is now missing at least 2 limbs and is being ripped apart. They are in the process of tearing her chest open. But what catches your eye is the tiny glint of a golden nugget in the sunlight. And as the reflection catches your eye, you know who that is.
Could I rage harder? Alright, Ree's a fucking missile. She still has 20 or 10 feet of movement left, so she's stopping right here.
Okay. Is it 40 feet of movement, or do you have 50? Because I think that was only 40.
I have base 40, but with the long strider I have 50. That's why I was able to get here so fast.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, but I'm just saying where I'm counting you at right now, you still have another 10 feet if you want to move, because that's only 40. Because you were right here, I think, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So if you want to move up, you can engage this asshole with a longbow in melee.
Alright, yeah, I'll do that. I don't know what's happening with this new like measuring tool, but it's like fucking me all up.
Yeah, I don't like that. What I would say is if it's easier, I would encourage to just count the boxes as every box is a 5-foot step. Because that weird point shit is strange.
And usually I think there's been a lot of updates that have been happening around here, but like before it's been like straight arrow to like the next space, not like all these weird things. So bam, there I am.
Yeah, you're right about that. All those weird little dots that are, I don't understand it. They started updating and changing shit. Wizards of the Coast said OGL, and fucking Roll20 said, "Come back to Papa." We were always here for you, kids. Okay, so that brings us to that brings us to the gnoll that is right in front of you. So as you begin to charge it, it literally throws its longbow down and very quickly grabs a spear, slings a shield over its arm, and braces for your attack. As that happens, it is going to thrust at you as you approach. Oh, a nat fucking 1. So as it
Eat shit, no.
So as it rears back, desperately grasping, seeing you fucking flying at it, it actually gets the spear back, and as it begins to swing forward, loses its grip and is effectively disarmed. It drops its spear. All right, from the top of the cliff. Give me a second here. I actually need to make a check. Lucy, you got real fucking lucky. You got real lucky, because you are well within shooting range of this asshole, but he did not see your invisibility drop. He's way too focused on the goblin. Okay, so with the goblin, with that being said, though, it is going to... Oh, shit. It is going to fire. Give me one moment here, though. Alright. Here they come. Alright, so that's 1 miss, 2 miss, and 1 hit. 6 reduced is 3 points of piercing damage from 1 of the 3 successful shots. Alright. Okay, so this guy's going to come here. He's going to take a single shot at you from between the bushes. That is a fucking 6 total, so that misses. This guy over here, he also drops his longbow, and he is going to saddle up. Nah, fuck it. He'll come over here, and he is going to attempt to stab you with the spear. Wow. Not with that roll, he's not. So you feel the spearhead hit you, and you look down, and your flesh literally just resisted it. It could not break through.
Flex those abs.
All right, this guy over here.
Steel.
Yeah, literal. So he's gonna fire 2 shots down on you. Jesus Christ, man! Another 2 that. Oh, uh-oh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, thankfully they were not high enough to hit his allies, because that would have been awkward as shit. As I do more damage to the gnolls with gnolls.
I was gonna say that'd be the turnaround we need.
It would.
Knoll on knoll action.
Yeah, right. All right. So with a failed wisdom saving throw, the gnoll that is currently bleeding out turns and begins to run. So I'm putting a little yellow dot on the ones that I will refer to as yellow bellies as they are running. Okay. Aurora, come out and play. Okay, so Aurora, that was ridiculous. You are 5 rounds out from the edge of the map, and you are as of right now at exactly 150 feet to your to the edge of the map. So you could fire right now and hit. I'm sorry, 300 feet, and hit right here.
Okay, so that means that this guy, whoops, sorry, next thing. So this guy here is just at the very edge of what I can shoot at then.
If you can see him. Yep, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Wait a second, we're still in, is this still considered that kind of grasslandy plains?
This is plains, yes.
So I get my bonus on that.
Oh, favorite tree.
You get bonus on perception checks? Or is it advantage?
Adding, oh, well, I'm going to roll like shit anyway, so it's not going to matter. I don't think it's advantage, it's just adding.
Oh, it gives you the I gotcha. Yeah, it's the 1/2 extra that it counts it essentially as if it's like a bardic or whatever the fuck the bards get the special thing. No, it doesn't really take a whole lot to see this guy. It's a 7.5 foot tall hyena man. So like under a 10 would have been no bueno. But yeah, just on the cusp of where your vision is allowing you to see, especially now that Gray has materialized, about 20 feet ahead of you and is booking it. You do see a creature. You're not entirely sure what it is, but what you do know is that it is not Ree.
Then
It is also not Doc.
That's good. So we're 50-50 on if it's an enemy or Gray. So she's going to take the shot.
Aurora's like, okay, great. So I can't see Ree or Doc. I shoot Gray in the back of the head.
You know
one will
what?
ever know.
So she's
Magic
going
arrow too. Fuck you.
And then she parlays with the gnolls. Good afternoon, fellow slavers.
Would you like a fallen asthma?
I'm sorry. I kid.
She does know the secret slaver handshake, so But yeah, she's going to draw this bow to its absolute max and take aim at that one.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and give me a roll with disadvantage, please.
Oh, well, hell yeah. No, it's disadvantage. Damn it. That would have been really good. That was a nat 20 on one of them.
So you just barely miss it. As you fire, you pull it up. You draw it all the way to the point where, like, if you pull it back any further, the arrowhead's going to cut your finger. You loose the arrow, and Gray, from overhead, you hear the sound. You look up and you watch the trajectory, and as it comes down, you are like, oh my god, it's gonna hit, and within an inch, goes past this thing's ear and hits the ground in front of it, to which it immediately turns around and looks behind it at you two.
What's nice is that was just a calibration shot. Now we're launching the second arrow.
Okay, go ahead.
Bracket it in.
Fuck yeah, you might as well. Look, I know you got a lot of arrows, so let those babies fly.
Hit this one. Please.
God damn. All right, yeah, go ahead and so it's five piercing. Is that correct damage? Yeah, it's 5, correct?
I can't
Okay.
add anything extra until I'm a whole lot closer.
Okay, so as it turns around, Gray, you, as you are looking at this thing, realize, oh fuck, it's got a bow that is like 1.5 times the size of Aurora's. And as it begins to pull an arrow out and knock it very nonchalantly, not desperate like Aurora is at this point, it looks up, and as it begins to pull the arrow back, another arrow sails over your head and clips this thing in the left bicep, and you see a spray of blood project onto the ground as it looks down and then up in surprise, like, oh shit, she hit me.
Oh, there is definitely not a tiny squeaky halfling yell of success there.
And with your alert feat, you 100% hear every second of that little squeak. And it's fucking adorable.
Keep moving her 25 feet forward, which I believe next time will get me close enough to be able to hit this group here.
Yeah, again, as long as your perception check is, and they may move into range. It's very possible at this point. Okay. All right, Aurora, well done. Okay, so that hyena is eating. This guy...
See, I am serving a purpose. I'm an elaborate distraction.
And a delicious meal. Oh, sorry, yes, elaborate distraction.
Potato, tomato.
Potato gnome.
Fucking man. 2 arrows and I roll 9s on both of them. Alright, well, Ree, you escaped the bullshittery of that barrage. Gray.
Nice.
Gray. You are 3 full rounds out. at this point, which I believe your movement speed, you were moving at 60 around, correct?
Yeah,
Okay,
30. And
perfect. So to the edge of the map, you are 3 full rounds out as you continue to charge. I'm assuming you're continuing to charge forward, correct? Okay, perfect.
I am, however, gonna pull my thumb backwards at looking at the guy that was shot and go, that one. And then move slightly off, like to the side.
I'm sorry, what did you say? You point at him and you point at him?
I point at Aurora while looking at him.
Oh.
Slightly run off to the side.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. So, whoops, I skipped a Knoll's turn, but that's all right. This guy. Oh, this is the guy who just got fucking shot. So this guy. You know what? Let me see if he can even figure out. So the thing that's interesting about Knolls, they're actually really strong and decently dexterous for what they are, but they're very fucking stupid. So let me see if he can figure out who actually shot him. Okay, no, that's not a bad roll. Even with a -2, it's a 15, so I'll take it. Alright, so he is going to rear back and fire both shots that he currently has at Aurora. Now...
He's aiming for a tall person.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so funny if he misses Aurora but shoots Gray right in the chest. Just because he was off just a little bit with the trajectory. Okay, so longbow is 15600. So he, thankfully, he is also firing at a oh, he is just within range. You know what? Hang on. I'm going to make one more intelligence check to see if he knows that he is just outside of range to not have to roll disadvantage. Nat fucking 20. Even with a -2, that's an 18. He knows exactly how far he needs to be. So he's going to move up 10 feet, and now he's going to go ahead and fire within range. Alright, with that being said... So, the first arrow goes up and over. That is a 15, which I am positive is a miss on Aurora. So, Aurora, the first arrow comes up and over Gray as you are now exchanging fire with this marksman. And as the arrow gets closer and closer to you, you're like, oh shit, it's gonna hit. You go to step out of the way and instinctively throw up your scaled arm, to which you feel the arrow hit and glance off of. The second shot, unfortunately, is a dirty 20, so that one is gonna hit.
Shield. That brings my AC to 22.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, that is exactly what it would, what would happen. So, you use your reaction, and so the first one hits you and glances off. And you see a second arrow coming over Gray, and you go to throw your arm out again, like, oh shit, maybe it'll glance. As it begins to strike you, you hear a voice in your head, and he says, "Is this gonna hurt?" And as you open your eyes, you let this string of incantation quickly spill out, and you see this buckler-sized shield of pure ice materialize over your arm and deflect the arrow completely. Alright. That's pretty cool. Just make sure you mark off a spell slot for me, and we are good to go.
Very good. I'm showing as being 2 first level slots down. I don't remember what I cast the first one with, but I'm showing as 2 down.
I'm trying to...
your accidental roll at the beginning?
Nah.
Okay,
No, that was
sure.
I think that was a survival thing. Trying to think. Let's see, you woke
Did you
up.
cast the fucking thing to detect dragons and stuff like that in the morning?
But yes, that does. Yep, thank you.
No, that's not a spell though. Oh, you have to use a spell slot. Yes, you do. Okay, thank you. Good catch there, because honestly, I was like, I thought that was just a character ability. But yep, you're right. Okay.
Thank you.
Alright, so this guy moves here. The other gnoll begins to bark and kind of scream at him. He is also just barely intelligent enough to know which one he is firing at. So he's going to also draw on his longbow and take a shot at Aurora. Aurora, your shield...
I failed at 22 until
Yep, trust me. If there's one thing I know, it is all of your spells, I promise. So yes, as the second arrow, or as the arrow, singular arrow, it only shoots one in its turn, flies up and over Gray, you kind of turn, and as you put the your arm up, you see the buckler kind of rematerialize, kind of grow back out. Think very Bloodmane's Maul. It just kind of, and you see the arrowhead stick through it, and then snap off as the ice grows back into position. Hey, guess whose turn it is? Fast as fuck, boy.
Oh, murder missile.
Murder missile.
Okay, yeah, Ree's just gonna say "fuck off" to these guys and just disengage and run over here.
All right, perfect. So when you get here, the held action of this guy is going to trigger, and he's going to fire one arrow at you. Nope, and the arrow flies overhead. All right, so you get yourself into the pack of actual physical, like, small hyenas who are in the process of literally tearing Doc to fucking shreds. I mean, they're not just tearing her up to tear her up. They are consuming her. They are eating her flesh and biting her bones.
Yeah. Yeah, Ree is just going to attempt to smush this skull. That's not going to do it. We're all terrible.
That's not going to do it, but what I will tell you, with an 8, you hit it. It just did not manage to hit it with enough force to do damage to it. You feel its bones kind of get pliable and bend inwards.
Alright, well, let's make that brain even more pliable. There it goes. Second hit always hits.
Oh, yeah, that'll definitely do it. Go ahead and give me some damage.
13 again.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 13. Wait. 2 plus 6. Yes, 13. I was just wondering what all the math was, but now I know what it is.
All right, so you swing down on this thing with the second blow, kind of like, die, you dumb bitch. And it just, it obeys your command. It dies.
Dumb bitch dies.
Yeah, so as you hit it, I mean, you annihilate it. From the top of its skull all the way down the, like, halfway through its backbone, you just shatter it. It doesn't even screech. You just splash it into the water, it twitches a few times, and just ceases to exist.
Like, all my, like, personal instincts are, like, screaming, like, this is, like, the worst place for Reed to be. But, like I said, she's a murder missile right now, so she...
To be totally fair, though, even with that being said, this is, like, the best place for her to be, only because of what she is. Like, having your damage resistance, the way, and almost 100 hit points, I can nickel and dime you all day, but if I miss you with 3/4 of my shots...
I'm the best person to be in this place.
That's true.
This is not the best place to be.
No, you're right. Like, as a whole, this is bad business. Now, if you're lucky, a few of these arrows will miss and kill some hyenas for you, but we'll see what happens. Okay, anything else?
So this is definitely Doc.
You are 100% confident that who you are looking at was Doc.
Motherfucker. Okay.
And she is not breathing, if I didn't make that clear.
Reed just, like, Reed takes a moment to glance down, or a literal second to glance down, sees, identifies, and just screams.
Gray, with your alert feat, you hear what, and Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong here, what is a blood fury mixed with pain and anguish scream.
Probably never heard anything make that sound before.
Here's a weird question for you, Lucy. Have you ever heard a raccoon get in a fight?
No.
Oh man, I can't wait for you to visit us in America. We're gonna go raccoon hunting. We're not gonna hunt raccoons. We're gonna go find raccoons who are getting into scraps in dumpsters.
Just so you can hear it.
It is the most horrific, guttural, screechy, giant, rat-filled hate and pain and anguish sound you could imagine. It's terrible, but you hear it clear as day, and it's fucking frightening. Okay.
Ironically enough, I have actually heard of hyenas, so I understood that one.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, we have a small reserve near us that has hyenas that were rescued from somebody at some point, but they've got 2 or 3 of them. It's pretty cool. We actually can get within like 3 feet of them. I mean, there's no barrier. It's just like a chain link fence. Very cool. Very scary though.
Yeah.
Like those things they are all muscle. All right, so this gnoll turns around, picks its spear up, kind of wipes its brow like, oh, thank God that thing ran away. All right, time to fucking kill it. We got it outnumbered. And it charges you. Oh my God, I rolled a 2. Okay,
You're all trapped in here with me now.
Oh God! Oh God! All right, this hyena is going to sidestep right here, and it is going to attempt to bite Ree. Bear with me here. Okay. Ooh, somebody's got pack tactics. Well, when you roll a 7 and 11, your +2 don't mean shit. So it goes to snap at you, and you just kind of bat it to the side.
Keep using these dice. I like it.
From above you, yeah, some of these dice are really, they're just pieces of shit. From above you, there is another, actually, you know what? I take that back. Okay. Ree, you are very focused on what's happening in the now, but Gray, as you can see what's going on, and you can see with where you're at, the elevation increase, and this fucking guy who's standing up here, you see it draw like a fistful of arrows from its quiver, but instead of knocking them and trying to fire them like some sort of maniac, you see it also pops the cork on a vial and begins to pour it over the tops of the arrows, and that is its turn. All right, so this gnoll down here is going to take a single shot at Ree. Oh, thank God that hit, because I was like, wow, there's a lot of things in that way. So that's 6 reduced, 3 points of piercing damage from that one. This guy over here also grabs his spear. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25... 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. It's going to go right there and end its turn. Guy up on the hill over here is going to take 2 shots at Ree. And that is... Oh, boy. 9, 10, 13. Fuck. You lucky bitch. So as it fires both arrows down, one does manage to luckily land and hit Ree for a whopping... Oh, that wasn't bad. That was 7 reduced, so another 3 points. But the second arrow falls short and just a little bit to the east and hits the hyena to the to the southeastern corner and immediately drops it. Like he shoots this thing in the spine and it just collapses. Wisdom saving throw for the runner. Oh, he succeeds. Holy shit. Oh, Yellow Belly's coming back to the fight. We got to rally. He boot and rallied. Alright, so it is going to roll an intelligence check to see... Nope, failed intelligence check. So, D4 says who it's shooting at. And that is Gray. Nope, that's an 11. Never mind. You have a 12 AC, right, Lucy?
Yeah, 12, exactly.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so this arrow comes flying towards you, and you kind of like do a quick little spin. Not entirely sure how you did it, but you managed it, and the arrow flies past you. All right, Aurora. Hey, really quick, Kat, what is your speed? Is your base speed just 20?
25.
Oh, it's 25. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to
How
take that
dare.
away from you. I mean, come on, who the fuck am I?
So yeah, I'm down to doing a single move. I'm gonna shoot at the one that I shot before. Now I know exactly where he's at.
Okay, so just so you and I are on the same page, you have 250 feet of movement. I have a calculator up here, so however, in whatever iteration you want to use that to get up here eventually, if you do, you and I have that understood, hopefully.
Well, I figure I have 63 arrows left, and then I'm leaving, one way or another.
If I can't kill this whole warband of gnolls with 63 arrows, you guys can go fuck yourself. I'll see you back at Underhill.
Yep, pretty much.
If you leave, so do
I. Okay, so go ahead and take your 2 shots. It is still with disadvantage.
Yeah, just until I get close enough to steal one of their better bows, which is horrible to say considering they're no bows.
Oh, yeah. No, you definitely hit. Okay, so... Alright, so you loose the first arrow. Gray, as you do your little spin and the arrow flies past you, you kind of right yourself, and over your head in the opposite direction comes another fucking arrow, and it strikes the gnoll in front of you, and it kind of cries out. The 11, unfortunately, does not hit. Oh, Gray's got a 12. Okay. Gray, from behind you, though, the second arrow, because you know they come in 2s. The second arrow, you feel it graze your right ear, and as you reach up, you touch your ear, and you feel something wet. You look down. Oh, thank God you're sweating. All right. Anything else, Aurora? Did you want? Did you? Sorry, really quick. Did you want to move up your base speed, your 25 feet?
Yeah, I'm going to until further notice. I'm gonna shoot 2, move once.
Understood.
So.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so you're at 225 now.
Yep, and then when I get within 120, things get to be a little more fun.
Oh, I'm well aware. I know what you're about, and I'm afraid for these gnolls. Okay. So, with that being said, though, this gnoll, is going to come up here, and it's going to fire 2 arrows down on Ree. Jesus Christ. So both miss. Thankfully, both were so low that they actually missed everything around it. The guy next to it, though... Hey, there we go. That's a 22 and a 16 exactly.
Yep, both hit.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13... Okay, so that's 13 reduced to 6 points of piercing damage from those. And Ree, as the seconds have gone by, you look down at yourself and realize you are very quickly becoming a pincushion. While I assume Ree would be like breaking off the shaft of the arrows, you've got a lot of projectiles.
She just leave him as is, man.
People are just showing me like...
She doesn't even like realize she's dying right now.
How are you alive? What do you mean, how am I... Oh, I'm fucked up, aren't I? I need a healer. Doc!
Way too many arrows.
Doc, wake up. Okay. So, the hyena to the south of you is going to attempt to bite you, and that is a fucking 12. That's lame. I really want one of these hyenas to hit. Like, they have advantage. They should hit. But alas, here we are. Alright. Gray. Okay, Gray.
Gray, I'd like to just add a picture here. Gray is absolutely running like in the old war movies, holding like a soldier holding his hat, just crouching down low, hoping not to get shot.
Which is hilarious and kind of ironic because every arrow that has flown either to or from Aurora to a gnoll has almost clipped you every single time. So you're
definitely not intentional.
100% not intentional. And honestly, it wasn't intentional for the gnoll either. The gnoll wanted to kill you, but fucking Gray's in the way. Not by much, by the way. Remember, you two were bouncing back and forth between turns. It's Bear. It's slowed down a little bit now since you're back down to 25. But Gray, you have 2 turns, just so you know, which I believe at 30 feet means you are about 60 feet from the edge of the map. Okay.
I'm gonna keep dashing, but I'm gonna move slightly more to the right, away from Aurora.
Okay. All right. The knoll next to the 2 over here on the northern quadrant of the waterfall. He's going to take 1 shot, and that is a 16 exactly. I will take that for my fucking minimum damage on this stupid... I'm telling you, this is the most weighted die I have ever used. This is
it up,
rolled
man.
ones
I like
all
it.
night. So take your 1.
Gladly.
All right. Oh, it's the hunter's turn that's been going toe-to-toe with Aurora. All right, here we go. Oh, that's no good. I rolled a 2. With its bonus, that is absolutely a miss. The second one, though, is a hit.
The shield again.
And what does it bring you to?
22.
So I rolled a 19 with my 4 is a 23.
Hey, she don't fucking know, but she's gonna try.
No,
So
no,
we
no.
go AC
No, that's...
anyway.
nope, that's... I realized I fucked up the last time by saying dirty 20, so you knew what it would be to. It's not how it's supposed to work. The chain of operation should be, I say it hits, you say I use shield, I say, okay, it either hits or misses still. But I digress. That is not an issue whatsoever. Where we are at, however, is 10 points of piercing damage. So, you do cast the shield, and you do have the shield for the remainder of the round. As the arrow flies up and over Gray, you throw your arm out, and you hear the incantation in your head in Meepo's voice, and the shield manifests in front of you. It punches. The arrow is so powerful at this point because it's coming from a longbow. Punches through the shield and into your clavicle. Barely into your clavicle, but you definitely feel it hit an artery, and as you look down, blood is beginning to pour from your chest. You know it's not a mortal wound, but you know that fucking hurt. Alright. As that happens, though, as it punches through the shield, you keep the buckler up, and you see that where the hole was, it reforms to grant you that extra layer of protection. All right. On that note, just make sure that you give me a spell slot, and I'm going to fire once again with the knoll just to the north of this little fuck you party. Gray, I'm not entirely sorry. It doesn't matter anyways. I rolled a fucking 7. So this thing fires at you, and you doing your dodging and your grabbing of the hat, and you're like World War I soldier running through the trenches shit. The arrow just right over your head. All right, it's time to do some work.
Alright, I'm gonna interject real fast with a quick mechanics question.
Okay, sure.
Can I use a second level slot to cast shield,
Yes.
even though it does not have enough cast benefit?
Always. Yes, you can. You can always so the best thing about there being a spell slot system is that you can always upcast even if there is not a benefit from upcasting just because you need to get the spell off.
Fantastic. Okay.
That is a very good question though.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been asked that before. Okay. Ree.
Alright, so Ree is increasingly angry and sad and emotional, and she's just going to recklessly attack this individual here. So that gives me advantage on the attack.
Okay. All
But
right.
gives everybody advantage against me, but I don't think that matters because everybody has pack tactics. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it really is not an issue. Oh, yeah, oh, God, yeah, you hit
Okay.
it.
Uh, 15 for that one.
All right. 15. Oh, shit. So, as you hit it, you see bones literally begin to shatter under the weight and the force of your magical maul. As you rear back, you see that this creature is still standing, but it is literally like a dog who has been hit with, a bat is just cowering under its own weight and looking at teeth that it is now spitting out into its hand, but it's still alive.
She'll give it a little look at it, try to get close into his face, scream, and then hit the hyena right here.
Ooh, okay.
I don't think both attacks are.
No, it's just the first one. Yep. So a 14. Oh, a 14 absolutely hits for Jesus fuck.
Oh, there's a rage damage. Okay, I just needed to actually like
Oh,
click the
what the fuck?
actual attack the weapon button. I don't know. I've been
Oh,
doing the hit then the damage button, so that's where it is.
I got you. So it either lumps it all together or you have to do them
Right.
separate.
Oh,
Okay. So you hit, 14 points of damage. You hit this thing and just crush it under the weight of the maul.
That's it.
All right. So the gnoll behind you is going to try to stab you with its spear. And with the advantage, yeah, that's like a 24. What's the spear? Fucking D6, I'm pretty sure. D6. 7, so 3 points of piercing damage from the spear behind you.
Oh, 7 total?
Yeah, 7. No. Well, 7, but reduced, so only 3. All right, so the demonic or fiendish-looking creature that is up on the hill above you that just finished pouring this vial of liquid over the arrows lays the arrows down and begins to rapidly pick them up, draw them, and fire them down at you, Ree. Wow, there's a nat 1. That's fucking lame.
Get fucked.
Yeah, so 7 with my bonus is still absolutely a miss. The only one that might hit, give me a sec, there might be one that hits. Nope, it's a fucking 14. All 3 fucking missed you.
Nice.
So 3 arrows whiz past you and into the water. Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. And in the clouds of red that are now the corpse of Doc around you, you see this brackish green liquid start to kind of blend into the water. And as that happens, you notice big, gross, bubbly chunks of blood begin to immediately coagulate like it had been hit with some sort of serpent's venom.
Would I have? Oh, so I actually did. Would I have noticed where this actually would have come from, or is this?
I'll tell you what. Make a perception check for me.
Okay. I assume I'd noticed this guy before, but yeah.
Yeah, because you're being shot at from so many directions. I mean, right now you're taking fire from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 creatures.
Literally a fish in a barrel.
Yeah, it's tough to say who did it, but you know damn well that as soon as you looked down and you saw the big chunks float up to the surface and you confirmed it was blood, you've seen this before. Creatures that bite another creature and inject venom into them, it coagulates the blood. That's what it looks like. So definitely don't want to be hit by those. And you weren't, so fuck my last turn and this turn, I guess. Okay, on that note, this guy back here, he's going to fire 1 arrow, and that is only a 14, so that misses. The guy directly in front of you, actually, he needs to make a wisdom saving throw, and he fucking fails. So this dude goes to run. And I
Can
believe...
I take a whack?
Oh, you can absolutely take a whack.
I would love to take a whack.
10, 15, 20.
Back and dead.
Oh, so close to natural 20.
Oh, God. Never mind. I moved him down 30 feet, assuming he was going to make it, but with 17 points of damage. My man, he drops...
Keep going.
He drops his spear, and he goes to sprint past you, and as you pick your maul up from hitting the hyena, you turn and just fucking... I mean, you hit him so hard, he flies probably 6-7 feet into the water and just bubbles up from the water and stops moving.
Damn, Reed, that was max damage. Holy shit. Good
Yeah,
job.
that's dirty business right there. All right, so from up here on the waterfall, there are 2 arrows that fly down. 1 absolutely misses, 1 absolutely hits. The first, or the arrow that hits, that's 9, so reduced to 4 points of piercing damage. All right, the gnoll down below, the one exchanging blows with, not Doc, with Aurora. It fires once. And that's a 21. Aurora, with your shield still up this turn, Oh wait, no, it's the top of the round. Never. Oh no, 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 no. It's
It's
until
until
your.
your
It's
turn.
until your turn. So lucky you that this thing goes directly before you do. So it yeets this fucking this arrow up and over Gray, full Hail Mary. You pull the buckler over, and sure as shit, boom, catches it dead on, dealing 0 damage to you. And on that note, it is your turn, Aurora.
So as the buckler kind of melts away, she definitely has an inward combination of holy fucking thank you. And then she shakes her head, locks eyes with this thing, and fires.
All right. You're talking about the one that you've been shooting at, correct?
That's the one that hit me, right?
Yes. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I'm terrified to put 60 arrows into this fucker in particular.
If you have to put 60 arrows into this fucker, I'm also terrified. I have made a very bad encounter. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, even with a 19, you nail it. And as you hit it, you see, Gray, as you are much closer than Aurora is at this point, you see the arrow, which has gone up and over you. You didn't hear it this time, as there is enough distance and enough proficiency at this point to kind of get a semblance of normal firing method. The arrow hits this thing in the chest and disappears, goes straight through it. It looks behind itself down at the ground, and as you peek around it, you realize she shot straight through its chest. Perfect shot, and the arrow is now sticking up out of the ground, covered in its blood. And it begins to waver heavily. Second shot?
Do it again.
D-far.
I'm on a bardic inspiration, but do it again.
Holy.
Jesus Christ, man. So, it begins to waver. It looks past you, Gray, as it realizes what is actually doing the dirty work. And as it pulls its hand out and looks down at the blood that is now gushing from the open wound in its chest, the second arrow hits it in the hand, pins it to the chest, and it flops over backwards, dead on the ground, with its hand stuck in its chest.
I love it.
And that is a good round.
How far am I after another 25?
So after another 25, you are at, I believe, you're at 200 exactly, 200 feet. From the first square on the map.
So far. So far. We need to not do long distance scouting anymore. Okay, that's what I've got, although I am into my second quiver now.
Hey, nice. All right, so the gnoll up here is going to fire down at Ree. Oh, that's a nat 20. Hey, that's the first one of the night.
Hey.
So I had one miss.
Better normal than the poison ones.
So that's 16 reduced to 8 points. So, yeah, you're right. So 8 points of piercing is 1. I mean, it strikes you, it cuts across your, I would assume, Adam's apple, or whatever the goblin barbarian women
A
have.
lady. She's a lady. She don't have an animal.
Okay, fair enough. So it cuts across your
Look at her neck.
facial scruff. Oh, yeah, you do, when you rage, you do grow hair, is that right? You get hairier?
Always have the hair, but I imagine it just kind of stands on end.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, understood. So the thickness of the hair begins to bleed profusely as it slices your neck. But the other one misses, so that's good. The guy next to him to the southwest, he takes his 2 shots. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so 1 misses and 1 hits. So that's 9 reduced to 4 points of piercing. Now the hyena is going to... The last remaining hyena is going to attempt to bite you. I just wanted one of the hyena to hit something.
No.
Nope, even with my advantage, it does not manage to land a successful blow on you.
Come on, your hyenas have a belly full of Doc. Come on.
That is true. They're happy. At least they get to die happy. Gray. Gray, you are now... you have a 60-foot movement, so you are 60 feet exactly from the first square on the map. If you are if you're doing your double run.
Nothing else I can do till I get closer, yeah.
Yep, fair enough. All right, the gnoll up here is going to take a single shot at Ree. Okay, that's an 18. That's not bad. Minimum damage. Take your 1.
Nice.
All right. Nickel and dime is a generous term. I think I'm fucking penny and I'm kopecking this shit.
I think I'm officially bloodied.
You have not. Oh, you are officially bloodied. Holy shit! Wow, that took a long time.
Took a long time to get here.
Take your shillings.
Take your shillings and get the fuck out of here. Sir, can you spare a pence? Okay. So I'm going to say that this guy over here is going to continue to fire at Gray with his 1 shot. 13. I hit something.
Damn it.
7 points of piercing damage, Gray.
Oh.
As this thing fires, seeing you charging towards it, it rears back, fires at you almost essentially point blank, and hits you dead on. On that note, Ree.
Alright, I'm gonna do this clockwise. I'm gonna go for the hyena first. And if it's still alive, I'll hit it again.
All around the world, statues got bit by me.
9?
Jesus, yeah,
Still
yeah. It's only got 5 hit points, so I'll tell you that since it was my last hyena, it's only got 5 hit points.
Nice.
So yeah, you swing down on it, and that's just the end of it. You batter it, bruise it.
With that momentum, I'll hit the second guy here. Nope.
Yeah, so you follow through with the first attack, and the hyena that is, or excuse me, the gnoll. Funny how I could confuse those two things. Drops its shield down just in time to batter your maul away.
All right.
But you have successfully whittled down what was 6 combatants in this circle to 1, which is, wow, that's really fucked up.
Actually, I'm just gonna move just here.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So on that note, it is the gnoll that is engaged with you currently. You did not recklessly attack that turn, correct?
No.
No. Okay.
I was going to, but then I forgot I was going to, and then we're here.
Sorry.
Here we are.
God.
Didn't make sense to do it on a reckless attack on a hyena.
It's fair. I also just rolled a 2. So as it batters your maul away, it goes to shank you with the spear, and you get the maul halved back up, and you parry it. All right, from the top of the cliff. Give me 1 moment. So the fiendish-looking gnoll looks out and over the battlefield that is currently before it. It grabs 1 arrow and knocks it and begins to rapidly fire. Although not all of them aim down. 2 of the 3 arrows it fires are going towards Reed. And that is a fucking nat 1 on one of them, which literally just plummets straight into the water below and sploosh. The second one is a hit, and Ree, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I'm good at that. Not terribly good at that, actually. Not today, really.
Actually, you know what? I believe this is a really mild poison, so bear with me. Oh, yeah, no, you're fine. Oh, and actually you resist all of it. Okay, never mind. Oh, fuck my 2d6. So take your 5, 6, 7, 8, reduced to 4 points of piercing damage, and as it hits you, you feel a very familiar poison course through your system. And it feels like that of a simple black adder, which I know you think black adder, oh my god, it's going to burn your blood out. Nah, not if you've got a decent backbone. It doesn't do shit to you. And you have literally just resisted all of it. But the third arrow is being Hail Married over the battlefield and to our Mr. Gray.
Person without a big backbone. Oh no.
I literally rolled an 11. How bullshit is that bullshit? That is the ultimate bullshit. God damn it, I only had so many doses of that fucking poison. Okay, so...
Wait, so in total it's 11?
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, thank you.
I rolled a fucking 5, dude. That sucks. Should have saved that other arrow for fucking Gray. Stupid goddamn bards. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so the arrow flies up and over the battlefield, and you see it coming. It is clear as day to you, Gray, that it is coming straight for you. You do your little hat grab and spin to the left, and as you do so, the arrow past your head and into the ground behind you. Okay, so the gnoll down here to the south is going to take a single shot.
Forgot about that guy down there.
And it does hit. Minimum damage. Take your 1 point of piercing damage.
Oh, that's me?
Yes, please. Okay, the guy up here on the hill by the fiendish-looking dude, he's going to fire 2 arrows down on Henri. And that is absolutely a miss, and 1 that is absolutely a hit. The hit is, wow, max damage. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 12 reduced to 6 points of piercing.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one was, that was actually, I think that's the most damage I've dealt to in 1 arrow.
I think so, yeah.
Alright, so the gnoll down here, he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, he gone. So this gnoll looks at the gnoll that has just been shot hand in heart next to him. He looks straight out at Gray, who's rushing him, Mr. fucking Shadows Extraordinaire, drops his longbow and fucking runs. And vanishes into the brush. Aurora.
Well, he's probably too far for me to be able to get, and he's in the brush anyway, so I think my next one is, do I see this guy?
Give me a perception check. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you absolutely see him. And he's been shooting at Gray.
Oh, so I need to target a different one? Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, that's what I said, but... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely hit him. Okay.
Boy, do I hope they speak common.
So as you hit him, Gray, you see the guy in front of, or the only remaining gnoll that is like within a reasonable range of you. You see this arrow up and over your head and just clunk into his chest.
I'm going to just fire the other one at it too.
You know what? Give me a sec. I need to look a minor thing up. That is what I thought. I was trying to figure out where he got all of his AC from, and yeah, because he's wielding a longbow, he does not have a shield equipped, which means that you're 13 hits. So, second arrow hits him in the drawing arm, and he kind of reels back, looking down and punching the shaft of the arrow off to just kind of, you know, reduce the amount of clutter that is his body now. He's still standing, or it is still standing, but not by a whole lot.
Then I'm just moving my glorious 25 forward.
Okay, so that puts you at 175. All right.
We're getting closer.
So I'm going to roll all of these together as there are 2 hunters before Gray, and there are 4 shots that are now being rained down on Ree, as Ree has essentially annihilated an entire squad of these fucking things. Oh, god damn.
You better kill me, you motherfuckers, or I'm gonna fucking rip your spines out of your throat.
If they understood you, that was dark, and I would have made you roll an intimidation check, but unfortunately they don't know what the fuck you're saying. But it's pretty terrifying, I'm sure.
Don't tell me they don't understand that. Don't.
They
Well,
understand
they're
the fine
hyenas.
language behind
Oh,
that.
no, you know what? They are gnolls, aren't they? Well, maybe they understand it. They're frenzying. They need to eat. So 4, 13, so that's 17, and that is a 4, which is 15. So only one of the 4 arrows actually lands on you. I've rolled a fucking 1. How stupid is this bullshit? I need to get new D8s. I'm done with this longbow bullshit. Take your 1 point. Yeah, I know you like him. I don't like him. All right, Gray. Gray, you are at the 1 turn mark, which means that you are 60 feet from the first square on the map. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna dash my 60 feet.
Okay, perfect. And you can place yourself on any square that you would like that is not completely covered by vegetation on the edge of the map.
I kind of already did.
Okay, fair enough. Ooh,
So
wow.
he's gonna pop
You
up
charging
there.
a knoll?
I was going to say, Gray draws a longsword formed of shadow. What the fuck?
Where'd that come from?
Yeah, who the fuck did? Where did you? I didn't give that to you. Okay, so you bolt up to exactly where you are at right now. Perfect.
Yep. Okay, so when he gets there and he's finally in this clearing, he's gonna first off kind of bend over, just kind of breathe heavily, and then Gray saw the other guy shoot, and not just like the guy at top shoot, not just at him, but something down as well.
Oh no, you can see. So this guy up here, you can absolutely see him. You can absolutely see this guy right here. You can see these 2 right here, but not the guy to the south west. This guy, you cannot see him.
Yeah, but I saw him shooting not just at me, right? The fiendish gnoll. I saw him shoot
Oh,
at me.
oh,
and at something
yes,
down.
yes. Sorry. Yep.
Okay, then I'm going to do. I'm glad speaking is a free action because Gray's gonna shout as loud as he can, and go, Ray, I don't know where you are, but there's a giant guy on top of the hill, and he's got poison arrows or something.
Remake a perception check. Do it with advantage because even though you are enraged right now, you know the sound of your comrades. Oh, that's terrible.
Nope.
Oh, what the fuck? You don't hear shit.
I
You are too
Just got
involved.
blood pumping in my ears, and that's all I hear.
Yeah, you literally hear the boom, boom, boom of your own heartbeat, and there are god damn. At this point, there are 6 corpses around you, soon to be 7, I think.
It's a very red pool.
It is.
He's just hearing doom music.
I would add more blood to this map. Yeah. All
Until
right.
it is done.
Okay, so the gnoll at the top over here, he's gonna fire 1
I'm
single
not
shot. Oh, sorry. Oh wait, okay, you got double dash, so you use your action and your bonus. What else are you gonna do?
No, I didn't use my bonus action.
I'm sorry, you used your action, correct? Okay, so what would you like to do?
I am going to look at this gnoll in front of me, and I'm going to, at will, as a bardic feature, cast its Mantle of something. Hold on, let me check.
Mantle of inspiration, mantle of
Mantle of
majesty,
Majesty.
majesty. Ooh.
And at will cast Command on the gnoll. If it can speak common, I need a Wisdom saving throw.
And your command, please.
Grovel.
So you look at this gnoll and you activate your ethereal form. Actually, hang on. Let me back up here for 1 quick sec.
No, it's not Necrotic Shroud. It doesn't turn full smart yet.
That would be fucking awesome, though, wouldn't it?
Not yet. I'm planning on it, but it depends on what happens.
if we all survive this.
Yeah, baby steps, baby steps.
I'm so glad we're all on the same page because I'm really nervous right now.
We can at least take out at least 2 more people, but I don't know about all of them.
Okay, so bear with me for just one moment. Okay, so as a bonus action, you cast Command without expending a spell slot, and you take an appearance of unearthly beauty for 1 minute, or until your concentration ends, as if you were concentrating on a spell. As if you were concentrating on a spell, but you are not concentrating on a spell. During this time, you can cast Command as a bonus action as a bonus action on each of your turns without expending a spell slot. Okay, any creature charmed by you automatically fails its saving throw against Command as you cast this feature. Understood. So this is a once-a-day feature. Okay, so, Gray, because we have never seen Mantle of Majesty before, can you please tell us what Gray looks like when he takes the appearance of an unearthly beauty?
I guess for Gray, his hair grows slightly longer and more lustery than normal. His skin kind of slightly starts. It already glows, but now it glows more brightly. I guess he looks just generally more angelly. His eyes getting slightly wider.
Okay. No, please go ahead if you had any more to that.
That's it.
Okay, that's beautiful. I mean, you are an unearthly beauty. So, Aurora, as you're the only one to bear witness to this, and you are well within range to perceive it, Gray gets into the clearing where you currently see him now engaging these gnolls. And as he throws his arms outward, you almost see this small white and gold angelic magic materialize behind his body, almost as if they were angel wings and not the dark shadowy shit that you've seen up until this point. You see him point forward and very clearly say something to the gnoll in front of him. As he does so, he kind of rises up off the ground about 3 or 4 inches, and then very nonchalantly settles back down and awaits a response. Gray, the gnoll does not react.
Do I know why? Because he doesn't speak common, or
Your spell does not take effect. You even if a creature were to resist your magic, you do not know why your spell would not work unless you were to investigate it further.
in that case, you're just gonna be like a fuck, and then that's gonna be it.
Just imagine you like running out of the woods, like take a moment, like wheezing, like, and then just do that magic thing.
Like, goddamn, I'm so beautiful. Look at me, you motherfucker. All right, so the gnoll, after that happens, the gnoll up here by the waterfall fires down on Ree and misses. The gnoll directly in front of Gray drops its longbow. By the way, and I say this very particularly, every gnoll so far that has swapped to a melee weapon has not slung the bow back over their shoulder. They have thrown it on the fucking ground and been like, we're doing this. And it charges you, Gray. And that's a 9 total. So it misses you. As it lunges towards you with the spear and its now shield arm, you kind of like reel back and out of the way, and you're like, you missed me because I'm pretty. That's what it is. And then that's probably what it is. All right, Ree.
All right, yeah, Ree has no idea what's going on anywhere other than like what's right in front of her, and yeah, she's just going to continue to whack at this guy in front of her. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go reckless. Let's just fucking.
All right.
Let's fucking do this. Why not? All right, here we go. One advantage. It's a lot of dice. Hey. All right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you definitely hit.
Okay. And And then if it's still alive, she's going to do it again.
It is definitely still alive. As you hit it, you batter the absolute shit out of it, but it bounces back almost immediately, ready to take you again.
All right. Well, prepare for the second roll.
Prepare your ass.
I think it's glitching.
Uh-oh.
It's like stuck in a corner and like quivering. It's weird. Okay, there we go.
Oh! It's stuck in a corner and quivering. It sounds like these gnolls in the next 4 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that absolutely hits. God damn, that's a lot of damage. That's
Okay, and that's the grand total. There's
19.
It's all added in there. So. It's still alive?
It is still alive. However, it is past bloodied at this point. As you hit it the second time and it gets back up and it's starting to cut, you see it kind of like shaking and trying to like blink through the blood that's now pouring out of its face. You've busted its snout in 3 places, whereas normally a hyena snout will come out about 6-7 inches. This thing comes out and then makes a fucking Z towards you, and it's kind of like got its tongue hanging out of its mouth. It's panting heavily. It's on its way out.
Yeah, she'll just scream in its face.
All right.
I'm very surprised it survived that.
On that note, it is going to, unfortunately, because it rolled a 7 on its wisdom saving throw, it is going to attempt to flee. So go ahead and give me an attack. Yep, I was waiting on it. I knew what you're going to do. I don't like it, but I accept it.
Okay, I think that'll do it.
Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This thing, I swear, okay, so, full disclosure, DM disclosure to player disclosure, it had 15 hit points left.
15?
15.
Oh shit.
So you're 16. Again, as it goes to run past you, you turn and just obliterate, just blow its back out all over the blood pool that is directly in front of you, and it hits the ground, bounces, bubbles begin to form from the air escaping it, and it ceases to exist.
And Ree will scream up to these gnolls up here. It's like, I told you you're all stuck in here with me.
So, from the top of the platform here, another burst of 3 arrows are going to be rained down upon you. That is a nat. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm done. This is my boss character. A nat 1.
Nice.
A 4, totaling a 10. So I'll just go fuck myself.
Not gonna do it.
And a 7, totaling a fucking 13. So, all right.
Is it raining?
Hey, the
right now?
7 would have hit me.
I mean, so like 2 arrows like splash in the water next to you, and 1 hits one of the hyena corpses. Apparently, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. On that note, though, it drops its longbow.
Oh, it's on. We doing this?
And it begins to move down.
Oh.
Well, it's not gonna fucking yeet itself over the edge of the cliff. It's
That
look.
was so cool and dramatic.
It would have been, but I'm. Oh yeah,
it's
right.
not Ree.
Yeah.
Oh,
Look,
and then
these
it
aren't goblins we're
goes
dealing
into
with.
Rage.
All right. So 1 arrow is being fired at you from the knoll in the back here. That is actually 23. These little punks are dealing more damage to you than I can. That's 9 reduced to 4 points of piercing.
Confirm that Big Noel is Xavier.
This guy over here is going to drop its longbow as well, and it's going to begin moving down. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,
Yes, come to me.
60. Oops. Okay, she's moving there. Okay, so that's done. Aurora.
I got
Aurora.
murdering to do.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
I'd rather you not, since I'm in the way of murder.
You better not miss.
So, I've got 2 tall targets. So let's see if this is,
You've also got 2 arrows, so just 1 and 1?
yeah, we'll see.
I'm pretty sure I have less HP than this hyena.
Probably.
Oh, it's pretty fucking close. It's actually is real close. Hyenas have very low HP. Gnolls, it's not as bad as you think. Ooh.
Gray does not have good HP.
Oh, but Gray, you have a 12 AC, which is good. Because while it misses the Gnoll, it also does not hit Gray, but it does miss.
From 200-ish feet back here. Fucking move, Gray.
Gray, make a perception check. Give me a perception check. Also, by the way, that near miss was like a near miss. Like, you almost clipped his ass.
Are you sure you're not aiming for Ray?
Gray, you don't even hear.
Not sure.
Oh, there's the hit. So, Gray, you take 6 points of piercing damage. As it misses the Gnoll completely, but you have a 12 AC, which means it lands a perfect strike on you. As the first arrow whizzes, literally, again, you grab at your ear like, are you sure I'm not bleeding, brain? And you look down and you're like, oh, thank God it's sweat. All of a sudden, there is a sharp, dagger-like pain in your back. And as you look over your shoulder, you see the familiar, beautiful white and green fletching of Aurora's arrows, as I would assume you probably see her hand over her eyes right now like, oh, fuck.
No, she's a... No, move the other way.
And you hear that clear as day.
But my 25, not that it actually matters at this point, is going to be at an angle so I can try and figure out how to shoot around Gray, since he's messing up my shot.
Understood.
Obviously 100% his
Yeah,
fault
that's what
here.
it is. Yeah. Don't stop being a half orc. Stop it. Go back to half.
All right.
This was bound to happen at some point.
So, yeah, I mean, if she doesn't shoot you once every 6 months, do we even have a campaign?
Listen, the second... No joke, the second last session you said there were gnolls with arrows, and then we started sprinting, I was like, I'm gonna get shot by something. I have a problem behind me, I have a problem in front of me, there's no winning here.
There is no escape. The arrows. Oh god, it's like, again, it's like the World War I soldier hearing the fucking machine guns flying over his head, grabbing his hat. This poor bastard. Okay, so the two Gnoll hunters to the north of Ree are going to fire, so I'm going to roll all 4 at once. Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. Guys, I've rolled so many nat 1s tonight, it's not even funny. So that's another nat 1, that is an 11, that is an 8, and that is an 18. So 1 out of the 4 shots hit. So that's 8 points of damage reduced to 4 points of piercing. Also, I want everybody in this party to know that you guys have the best and most brave tank I have ever fucking seen in a D&D campaign. Ballsy and maybe a little stupid, but brave as fuck.
I was gonna say definitely stupid because.
Brave as fuck, boy.
You know what's crazy though? If you think about it, right? If you really break it down, in order to drop you to 0, I have to deal almost 200 points of fucking damage. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. All right, Gray. What you doing?
1 second, taking notes.
No, it's fine. Please take notes. Oh, was that note 200 damage to kill Ree, you fucking assassin?
No, it is related, but it's all of her titles. I'm making a list.
That's awesome. Take an inspiration die. That's the most bardic bullshit I've ever heard, and I dig it.
Okay, I will happily take that die.
I should probably have kept track of how many arrows are actually in me right now.
Oh, fuck, at this point.
It's gotta be like 12, 15?
I would say at least 15, if not maybe even honestly closer to 17. I mean, you've taken a lot.
Okay, so Gray he's gonna look at Aurora and go, the fuck? And then And then immediately, with a dash, I'm gonna use, once again, keep running my 60 feet. You can get 2 attacks of opportunity, Xavier. I'm not.
Oh no.
Well, okay, wait, hang on.
Let's
Where are you going? Just show me where you're going so I know how many attacks I get. Is it actually 2 or is it just 1? Oh, you're measuring. Sorry,
Going across the
disregard.
bridge.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
hope I make it.
That. Where are you going, buddy?
I hope I make.
All right, so
Trying to get out of my arrow range.
without
Not wrong.
that's awesome, and that's legit and fucked up. But without even adding my bonuses, both do hit. Thankfully, they are only wielding spears, which is not a D8 damage. It's only a D6. So let's see what happens. They're also not nat 20s. So we're looking at 11 points of piercing damage total.
Gray is very bad.
Gray's not looking so good. Oh, he's really not looking good. Oh shit, are you at like 5 hit points?
Yep.
Oh god.
Healer. Oh.
Ooh.
Uh,
So,
and I guess-
so here's the thing about that.
Oh no, that's an action. Never mind. And can I like, does the grass here give me cover?
Maybe.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna hide
It's
over here.
it's very dense. I will tell you that it is very dense. It is dense vegetation. All right, are you not taking any action? Oh no, sorry, you used you did not use disengage. So you're running over there and just kind of hanging out.
Yeah. I'm also hiding against the wall, so these guys over here don't shoot me. The one's shooting Reed currently.
Okay, make a stealth check.
No, it's not sneaking.
Oh,
They know I'm there. I'm just trying to get out of range of their arrows.
understood. You're pressing yourself against the wall. Okay, okay.
Also, I'm gonna once again shout at Ree. There's a big guy up top with arrows. I don't know where he is now. He's ran away.
Not anymore.
Okay, remake a perception check with advantage because he's within like 50 feet of you. Oh yeah, you hear clear as day. For the first time in the last like minute and a half, you finally hear a voice you recognize, and as it snaps you back, you're like, "Oh, my boyfriend." And you look up top, you don't see anything there, but you do look down and realize that you've got like 15 or 16 arrows sticking out of you.
That's way too many arrows.
All right. So the gnoll up here to the north is going to take a shot at Ree. Oh, that's a 10. That misses. The next one is the spear.
I'm nervous now.
Yeah. So this guy's going to move here and take a pot shot at Gray.
Fuck.
That is a 12 exactly.
Go, he did.
That is 3 points of damage. I rolled minimum. I rolled a fucking 1 again. I swear. I don't understand. There's 2 of these dice that just... I'm done, dude. I'm done.
Oh, can you roll
No,
less
keep 'em,
than
keep 'em,
12
keep 'em,
on
yeah.
on your dice?
Oh,
On
yeah,
your
sorry.
d20, please?
All right, on that note, Ree, your turn.
Okay, Ree will take a breath and literally take a breath and do her second wind.
Oh, shit. Now, what does the second wind look like for Ree? Because I don't think you've used this yet, have you?
So yeah, I used it once, I think. So yeah, she'll just kind of like kind of like breathe a couple times and like flex a little bit, and like a couple arrows just like boink boink boink. Just pop out of her body.
That's awesome. All right, so yeah.
I imagine she's just kind of like, she hears Gray's voice, and then like kind of like shakes her back, kind of into reality a little bit. She's still raging, but like she's just like, oh shit, and just like, and she heals 7 points, which is
That's not bad. I mean, that's essentially 14 as far as non-psychic damage is concerned, so.
Okay, and then she will. Here, so she's at that number now. Okay, and she will attempt to charge at the guys up on the hill. So I'm reading a high jump here. So it's my strength plus 3, minimum of 0. So I should get an 18 of like a vertical jump. Basically, I mean like after I move 10 feet, after I get a running start. Actually, how deep is this water, would you say?
So the water, honestly, even on you, it only comes up to like your ankles. It is a brook.
Okay.
So you're trying to do a high jump? Is that what it is?
Basically, I'm just trying to. I'm gonna try to climb this wall, but I want to get as much of a head start as I can, basically. So like, I'm not like climbing 20 feet. I'm like climbing like 5 feet, basically. Eventually.
Gotcha. Okay.
So she's gonna take just like a running leap, and then hopefully hop up the rest of the way if she can.
Okay. Yeah. No problem. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Okay. I have advantage on that since I'm raging.
Yep. Oh, easy.
Okay.
Yo, don't. Yeah. No, you're good. You as you charge towards the cliff, which goes up 20 feet to where these guys are platformed at, you launch yourself, absolutely no problem whatsoever, and jump straight. I mean, literally jump straight up, maul and all, onto the base. So you get yourself right here.
Okay.
And that's just 25 feet of movement. That is just a fucking jump.
Nice. All right, and then I'm going to attempt to hurt this guy.
Hell yeah.
Fuck it, recklessly. Let's do it. Let's just fucking. You know what?
All right.
Let's go all in. Let's go ham. Cause that felt cool. Alright, so that's that number, 13.
Okay, so, yep, 22 absolutely hits, so 13 damage.
Alright,
So
and
it's
the next one's coming out.
It's 18. So he goes from 100% to bloodied immediately.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tack on Fury of the Small on this one as well.
Oh, fuck, okay.
If it hits. It hits.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Alright, it's gonna be 7 points of additional damage on top of that.
Yep, don't even.
Mattered.
No, that honestly, that actually 16. So the difference between you killing it and not killing it was 1 point. So yes, as you Fury of the Small and you drive its head into the ground and it just pops like a fucking melon.
Alright, so if that was 25 feet to get there, I'll just step up. Is this solid ground here?
It is solid ground, but you're on a ledge.
Alright, you know what? I'm gonna go right here instead.
Yep, that's much safer bet.
Just scream. I'm just screaming the entire time. She hasn't stopped. She hasn't taken a breath.
And at this point, Aurora, you are now hearing the crazy psycho screaming.
Bree's showing off for Gray. Okay.
That was it, alright. Okay.
Really making a good impression today, aren't you?
Okay, we got some movement happening here on the field. Bear with me. All right. Well, I almost said Doc. R.I.P. Aurora.
How far am I?
So right now, you are 150 feet from the first square on the map. I
Okay.
know. I saw I saw the head bob and I was like, well, you're little.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had
know.
Longstrider.
Or imagine if I had a goat.
Little Sebastian.
That would have been a much better idea than what I had.
I don't know, I've got a bow that's the only reason that I can do stuff. So yeah, I'm going to, I think just another one. I'm going to do another one at the one I've been actually aiming for, since, you know, Grace finally gotten out of my way.
Oh no, she's shooting me.
Oh god, she's coming for me. She's coming right for us. All right, go ahead and give me a couple attack rolls.
Okay, so the GNOLL.
Listen, you can breathe too hard and I'd fall over. Calm down.
I mean, that's legit. Oh yeah. Nope, no problem. You... Good lord. Alright, so both arrows find their mark as this thing has turned its attention to Gray, who is now running away. Both arrows, blam, blam, hit this thing. It doubles over and then takes all of its energy to stand back up, reach over its back, and break the arrows off on its back. It is beyond bloodied, but it is still standing.
I'm sure I'm too far, but I am going to kind of just, I'm yelling insults at this thing, trying to keep its attention on me instead of going to the much easier to kill Gray.
So it's essentially like a dog grabbed a squeaky toy and is just making adorable squeaky noises as you're running towards it, or...
If the dog was firing arrows, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Alright.
You're both shooting me, so clearly you guys can be friends.
You know what? That's fair.
Oh, God, I love it.
But mixing with those curses are her usual, like, no one kills him except for me, that bullshit.
Yes, yep. Okay. So the hunter in front of Ree is going to absolutely 100% drop its... It literally throws its longbow down. No. No, the one in front of you hasn't taken any damage. But it is going to attempt to hit you with its spear. Although, oh my god, I rolled a motherfucking nat 1, dude.
Nice.
I hate this house! Okay.
Get fucked, no.
And it rolls a 14 with the second to strike. So, nope, nothing happens. Gray! Self-preservation.
You are not wrong.
Gray's like, greater invisibility. Fuck these assholes.
I only have one slot. I can't do that. Otherwise, I definitely would have already.
Can you heal yourself at all?
I am going to. In fact, I'm going to run 5, 10, 15 over here so the guys over there can't shoot me. And put my hand on my chest and heal myself for 7 hit points. That's an action.
With what ability?
Healing hand.
Oh, okay, the
racial
Asmar.
ability.
So as you put your hands on your chest, you feel your body still in its ethereal or in its unearthly beauty form, right? The Asmar form. It patches the wounds up underneath, and you feel a small halo materialize around your head. And as you look up, the fucking thing just doesn't move. It's terrible.
Okay, and Ree hasn't touched the 2 gnolls there, right?
Correct.
Not yet. I'm gonna touch him real hard in a minute.
Can I use my bonus action to throw a knife? Is that possible?
You can't unless you take the attack action to throw a single knife. So you could throw
then.
2 with the attack action, but what you just did took an action, correct?
Can I aggressively heal myself and then throw?
Yes, you aggressively heal the fuck out of yourself,
Punch yourself
but you
in the face.
yeah, but you still can't throw a knife.
Yeah, okay, that's all I can do then.
Okay.
Except I'll probably go, Ree, where's Rock? You find her yet? That's it.
All right. So the Gnoll furthest from Ree drops its longbow, draws its spear, and lunges at Ree. Ree deflects the blow without any issue.
Fuck your spear.
The gnoll over here, the one that's been wounded. Oh, this one's been very fucking wounded. Wisdom saving. Oh my god, I rolled a. You got. This is a totally brand new die. I've not used this one tonight, and I rolled a fucking nat 1. This dude is gone.
Well, that guy down there. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Bolts into the bushes and is just fucking gone. Rob, well, it's your turn.
Okay, who did I... Oh, the one that I hit before is dead. These guys are totally untouched, you said.
Correct. Yep.
Alright, she's just gonna keep on keeping on, recklessly attacking. This one down here, by the way.
Yep.
I don't think any of those. 15?
Yeah, 15 absolutely does hit. Yep.
Nice.
So, oh,
Alright,
good
so
lord, that's a
17.
lot of fucking damage. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Alright, on that note, you bring it from full health to bloodied in one shot. As you hit it, you just crush the right side of its body.
Alright, well, let's see if I can bring it from bloody to dead. Nope. I cannot.
Ooh, not with a nat 1. Absolutely not. No, you swing, you kind of like do a loop-de-loop. You start to spin around in a circle thinking, yeah, I'll just maybe like hit it into the other guy, and you just completely whiff.
Okay. Yes, so like I said, that was a... First hit was a reckless, so you have advantage on me now.
Oh, that's dangerous.
No.
All right.
Hoping that would do it, but it did not.
So the fiendish gnoll, it comes down to the edge of the pool here, looking up at you, and begins to fire arrows up at you. All 3, as you attacked recklessly, do successfully hit you. Thankfully, it used all of its fucking poison arrows and missed all of them. Oh my god. Everything I rolled on these d8s was under a 3.
Keep it up.
So that's 17 reduced, we'll call it 8 points of piercing damage. Is all it manages to do with 3 shots. Man, you got really like, this has been a luck. You know, Doc dies, and everything about the entire session is luck-based.
Garl, man.
That's what I'm saying. Garl be praised.
I was like, finally, the bad luck's gone.
Alright, so this gnoll down to the very south here is going to move up here, and is going to attempt to yeet a single shot at Aurora, which does not hit in any way, shape, or form. That's the end of that. Okay, so this gnoll move here and is going to fire up 2 arrows into Ree. It's an 18 and a 12. So the 12 does not hit, but the 18 does for 6 reduced to 3 points of piercing damage. All right, Aurora.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you just try and shoot at me? That's not how this works.
It definitely tried. It did not succeed, but it tried.
When you try your best.
Did you really just imagine dragging us? You
Yes.
did. Yes, you did. Oh, what the fuck? 26 and 26. Are you cheating or what the fuck? You rolled how do you roll 2 17s on disadvantage shot? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. I need to do math. 14, 15, 16.
Hopefully I have a +9 to hit.
So you fire the first shot, and as you fire the first shot, you don't even pay attention. You draw the second arrow, you rear back, you fire. As you look, after the second arrow is shot, and you go to begin to draw more arrows, you see the first arrow hit, it staggers back, the second arrow hit, It stumbles onto its knee. It grabs one of the arrows and pulls it out of its chest, throws it on the ground, stands back up, and it begins to draw arrows of its own. However, it is bloodied.
Okay, I move my 25 forward.
Okay, you are at 125 feet now.
Okay, next time I'm doing my movement before I do other things.
Understood. All right. Ree.
Yeah.
The gnoll directly in front of you is going to attempt to hit you with its spear. Twice. Luckily for you, only one hits.
Okay.
So that's 7 reduced to 3 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Gray.
Okay, how bad is Ree looking?
Real bad.
Make a medicine check.
No!
You have no clue. Ree looks like... I mean, she is fighting... What you can see from Ree, and I'll give this to you because of your alert feat, is that she has probably 12 arrows sticking out of her, and there is a blood trail behind her. But this bitch
She's
is...
covered in head to toe with blood.
Yeah, nobody knows whose blood it is, but there is a lot of blood. It's like somebody took a gallon of strawberry jam and just said, you bathe in this.
Film right now.
Yeah.
Like Django Unchained.
Yeah, or Reservoir Dogs. I mean, fuck. Yeah, this is it is literal horror story. She looks fucked up, but she's still kicking and screaming, and you don't know whose blood it is. But she does not look. She does not look great.
What type of action is it to give someone to something? Something to someone. Otherwise.
What are you attempting to give to someone?
Potion of healing to Ree.
Are you attempting to force feed or hand?
Hand. Just hand. I'm not gonna try and force feed Ree. That's
So
a bad idea.
that is your environmental action, but what I will tell you from DM to player is that you have a raging goblin barbarian in front of you. The odds of her taking a potion from you are probably pretty fucking slim.
She's in full-on murder mode.
She's a murder missile.
Okay, then I guess I'll do the best I can, and allow me to check a spell real quick.
Yeah, it's like throw the healing in the back of my head. Maybe it'll get all my wounds, and then it'll osmosis heal me, right?
Somebody needs a potion injector.
Not how that works, is it?
I actually created in the world there is a thing it's called a potion injector, and it was for battlefield medics to inject potions into downed lieutenants and officers and shit like that. And yep. Kat actually has one in our second campaign. She uses it. She's got some fucking cursed water in it for whatever reason right now. I don't know what she's gonna do with that.
She did, but it got burned up, I'm pretty sure, when she kept getting...
I usually keep a poison, a mysterious cursed water, and a healing potion, which when I use depends on the day.
No, that's fair. Okay, sorry, Lucy, go ahead.
If I stand here, right? I guess I'm there. Can I
Okay.
see the other two by Ree?
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. They're only a couple feet. They're only like 10 feet above you, but you can see them no problem. They're like 7.5 feet tall. They're big. They're big fucking gnolls. I'm sorry. What was that?
Probably could have saw him where you were before, right?
Oh, you're casting Bane.
Yes.
Okay. And could you give me the targets? You have 3 targets.
The two there, and then this guy down here. The two by Ree, and then this guy down here.
Okay, wonderful. And are they? Is it Wisdom or Charisma saving throws?
Charisma.
Charisma. Oh, that's fucking terrible for me.
I figured. I hope it stays bad.
Okay. Got it. So here is for the 2 hunters. Oh boy. And here's for the gnoll. Oh my. Can you, my friend, accept a -2, a 4, and a 9?
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to decline. They will, however, be banned. We can have a D4 as a participation trophy.
Man, fuck your Bane.
D4.
Okay, so I'm gonna mark them with red. So you use your last spell slot on Bane. I'm gonna give you.
No, I have a bunch.
Oh, I thought you said earlier you only had one spell slot.
I only have one level 4 spell slot, which is what greater invisibility is.
Oh, understood. Okay, so the 3 that are marked with red right now have Bane. I gave you yellow for concentration. Please mark that this is your first round of concentration out of 10 for your minute. And yeah, so you let out your incantation as you slap the drum and point outwards. The tendrils, the shadowy tendrils, leech onto these gnolls who absolutely in no way, shape, or form can resist the power of the Shadowfell and of the Feywild. Sorry, I'm getting crossed campaigns here. And as it happens, they begin to lunge forward as you begin to manipulate the strings and pull them to the best of your ability. And
the spell says.
Yep, go ahead.
The spell says nothing about maintaining concentration, so I'm gonna run back over here. I mean, maintaining vision, not concentration.
Okay. I was like, no, Bane is 100% concentration spell. Yeah, no, you do not have to keep visual on them at all. Nope, you can fuck them up from a distance and hide in a bush. Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. On that note, it is Gnoll with Bane who is going to attempt to attack Ree. D4. You know what? I'm not gonna.
Did they holster their bows, or did they?
No, they threw them on the fucking ground. They said, "Fuck that shit." As soon as you approached them, they threw them on the ground, pulled their spears out.
This guy up here. I was actually talking about these guys down here.
Oh no, those ones do have their bows. Yes,
they do have their bows still. Okay.
Correct. So this guy, I'm not even gonna roll the D4 because it was a 6. So that is just an absolute fuck myself. Ree.
If they roll negatives, do they heal Ree?
Shut up.
Okay. Okay. All
But
right,
but yes, they do. By the way, no, I'm just kidding.
He's going to try to end this guy here.
Okay.
Fuck it. She's still going reckless.
I was not expecting an actual answer. That's hilarious.
Take an inspiration, Kevin.
Me, yay.
Still alive? Please tell me he's dead.
No, it is still alive, but barely. As you strike it, the shadowy tendrils, you see they start to wrap themselves around it, almost like a cocoon, and you see it start to pulsate as it screams and yelps and laughs, and it drops its spear, and it reaches over to try to, like, grasp at the blood that is, like, now pouring out of its chest and neck. But it is alive.
Ree's just going to sidestep one square to hopefully get a little bit of blockage between, a little bit of cover from these guys shooting at her down there, and try to take the same guy out.
Understood.
Motherfucker.
Ooh, 8, not so much. No, unfortunately, as you swing down at it, it gets its shield up in a last bout of defense, literally puts it over its face, and poof, your maul bounces off the shield, and it brings the shield down, still now grasping at its neck and screaming and yelping. So, unfortunately, there is a line of sight issue now that you've moved back to where you're at, so this fucker... He's going to move there. Aurora. You are being shot at by the gnoll that is to the furthest left here, the one that you've been exchanging blows with. It rolled a 20.
Failed.
Alright, I'll give it to you. Take away your last spell slot.
My last first level spell slot. I haven't used any in my second.
Don't worry, I got you. This combat ain't over yet. Okay, so as the arrow lobs up and over, you're like, oh yeah, that's gonna fucking hit me. And you see it coming. I mean, you've got 3-4 seconds before you throw your arm up and the ice spins into existence. and
I
deflects
feel
the
like
blow.
this time she says it before Meepo even like says it to her. Like she's already starting to say it.
And that's exactly how it goes. I mean, you know that Meepo, you feel Meepo's presence kind of like tickle your brain, and as you see it coming, you're just like, boom, incantation. Meepo's like, boom, incantation! Oh, damn it, you got me. Okay, well, here we go. All right. On that note, Aurora, you said you were going to move first, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so you move 25, and you are at 100 feet to the edge of the map.
I think I'm going. Okay, can I see the engagement, like Ree's combat over
You
there?
cannot. Nope, absolutely
Okay.
not.
And I'm gonna hold off on doing what I was going to do, and I'm just gonna shoot the one that just tried to shoot me.
Okay, understood.
Next round, I'm at a disadvantage. That was very weird.
Okay, so you fire the first arrow. It flies up, and as it begins to come down its trajectory, it lands about 20 feet shy of where it needed to be.
Yep, that's just calibration. I wasn't expecting the wind. I'm gonna re-roll damage using my piercer thing there.
Okay, understood.
So that'll make it 9 damage instead.
So that one absolutely does hit, and as it hits, you see the gnoll stagger backwards and grab onto the ground behind it before pushing itself back up, grabbing the arrow and pulling it out. You see a blood trail just spill down its body.
Asshole. Okay.
All right, Ree. Gotta make a wisdom saving throw real quick, and that is a 6. Ooh, no, it's not. Never mind. Go ahead. Ree, I already know what you want to do.
Yes, please, and thank you.
As this thing goes to fucking run away from you, because it realizes it has definitely been defeated. Oh, never mind.
Bitch man.
Get fucked, no.
Yeah, so as it goes to run past you, I mean, literally, it drops the fucking spear, and as it begins to bolt past you, kind of like trying to slap your maul out of the way, your maul crushes its fingers, forearm, elbow, shoulder, and as it hits the ground, it bounces and just ceases to exist. Gray. Holy shit. Gray, how the fuck did you get another turn?
Good question. It's the power of music.
Oh boy, here we go.
There's one guy left. Gray is gonna see where the other one of his targets is. Not targets, but of his, I guess, baned people are. And go, good luck, and run this way. There.
Okay. Anything else?
Can I see these two? Or is the bush in the way?
So you know what? That's a good question. Give me a perception check. I know you're good at these. This is kind of like your specialty. Yeah, you can see both of them, no problem. Now, you know that they've got a little bit of cover, but you can absolutely see them.
In that case, sorry, Ree, the Bane is going to drop,
That's fine.
and I am going to cast a hypnotic pattern in the middle of them.
Oh, nice.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Okay.
It's 30 foot and a wisdom save.
Okay. Okay, sorry. I just want to make sure that I have this right. You said it was, sorry, it was hypnotic pattern, correct?
Yes.
I'm assuming like that.
Yeah, basically.
Good fucking god.
I love that so much. It's so
It's-
so over the top.
Okay, so it is, I'm sorry, a wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
I don't even know if I want to roll. Okay, well, I'll try.
Well, you don't have to. You can just fail.
Shut up. Okay. D4. Okay, so the first one is going to be for the big guy. Oh no.
I like that song.
I need to see what his wisdom saving bonus is. Oh my god, he doesn't have... Oh, fuck. Okay.
Keep going. This is music to my ears.
So the interesting thing is the second one I rolled was a nat 20. But with the D4, it's a 17, so I still succeed with the +0.
Doesn't the D4 go away because I dropped concentration on Bane?
You know what?
Because
Yeah, yeah. You know what? You are absolutely
Yes, it does.
right about that. It does, but it doesn't matter because the second guy
succeeded
rolled.
other ways.
Yeah, I mean he did. Yeah, he absolutely rolled the nat 20, so it's not a big deal. But the the guy who appears to be the leader is absolutely taken out by this fucking hypnotic pattern, and I very much dislike it, sir. And I just want you to know that.
Gray's gonna
not been doing well for her.
Gray's gonna say that's for trying to shoot me with a poison arrow, asshole.
Oh shit. Okay, okay, give me a sec. I'm just gonna put this little green dot on him, and then Gray, you've already got your thing, so... Okay, so he is hypnotic pattern. So as you finish the incantation, the burst of lights and shadows begin to spin around, and you see the gnoll to the east, kind of like look up and close his eyes, like he puts his hands up over his eyes, like if I can't see you, you can't hurt me. Whereas the one with the fiendish gnoll with these crazy like jaw and throat spikes looks up. And suddenly, within a second, you see him go completely slack-jawed. Drool begin to pour out of his mouth, and his hands go slack as he looks up and around, eyes crossing, not sure where he is. That's really fucking well done.
And that is all I can do, except I've used 20 foot to move here. 25. I used 20 foot. Out of range of the gnoll on the bridge, or behind the bush at least.
Okay. On that note, the gnoll directly in front of you is gonna. Did you? You didn't recklessly attack this last turn, correct?
I did.
Oh, you did. Okay. Okay, so a spear attack on you. Not like it fucking matters. That's an 11. Okay, so it swings at you, does nothing, and the last round, or the last turn in the round we will take tonight is going to be Ree, and then we will pause here until next Sunday. So Ree, what would you like to do? I already,
Yeah,
I know what you gonna do.
that. I don't think that takes it down, so I'm gonna do it again probably.
Yeah, it does not take it down, but you do hit it, and you absolutely crush part of its body. Oops.
Okay, that wasn't. Yeah, that was.
Bam!
Same amount of damage.
All right,
Same
so
total.
yeah, so as you swing around and come down with the second strike with the maul, you hit it, and as it's trying to right itself, you just crumple it under its own weight, and it just fucking ceases to exist.
Okay, then I'm going to. That's why it does it, because I was holding my push to talk button, and it's the same one as doing like the weird shit.
Oh no shit! So it changes it from the square to like the point on the square where it's the
Yeah.
decimals.
Yeah, mine is on my. I have a Mac, so it's my Alt button right now because I rarely use it for anything apparently. So yeah, that's okay. So she's going to run 50 feet Right, because it hasn't been an hour yet.
No, oh god, no. No, you still, I mean, even after this fight is done, you still got probably like 52 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, she's gonna beeline straight to. Damn it, wrong button. There, yes.
Perfect. I mean, that is 50 feet to a T. All right. So, with that being said, we are going to, now mind you, the battlefield has been reduced to one gnoll exchanging blows with Aurora, one gnoll on the bridge who doesn't know what the fuck is happening, one gnoll hunter down here who is honestly the most competent thing on the field at the moment,
You fucking shit up.
and the fucking boss,
The
the
leader.
the fiendish looking gnoll, who is currently looking around at all of these shadows and sparkly colors that have invaded its psyche and are currently doing it absolutely no justice. So, we will pick back up here next week on Sunday to see what exactly is going to go down, because I have no doubt whatsoever that you guys will be able to defeat this encounter and move on and figure out what the fuck is up with Doc. Bless her little soul. And yeah, that's that. Any questions from anybody before we end, though?
Just the comment of next week I'm gonna make it onto the map. I promise.
My baby's getting so big!
I was gonna say too, like an hour ago, I made a comment that it was 3.5 to 1, and we're down to just 3. So it's pretty freaking good.
That's true. I mean, you guys have and I'm not kidding. Like, so when I put a bunch of the same enemies on a field, I look at their hit dice and what their average hit points are, and I don't keep them all at the same average hit points. I go in and look at what their minimum is, what their maximum is, and I randomly assign them numbers so that it's a little bit more sporadic and random as to how you guys are encountering them. I mean, you have absolutely fucking cooked. I mean, this has been a good encounter. A 3-hour encounter, maybe I didn't want it to go quite this long, but where it's at, minus one person, we're doing. I mean, this has been cool. So,
I mean, I couldn't
think-
have imagined it have gone any shorter unless we retreated or they retreated.
that's true. No, you're absolutely right about that.
I think this episode should be called Re the Gnoll Slayer.
You're not. I think How many? Does anybody have a count on how many that has slain? Because I want to say it's at least 7 or 8.
I thought 8.
There were 4 hyenas around around Doc when we first got there, and they're all gone. And then there was 2 more in there, so that's 6. 2 on the hill, 8.
I thought it was 8.
Right, and the one that you encountered right in the beginning. Oh no, those were the 2 that encountered you down by the water. So yeah, it's at least
the one
8.
I encountered at first ran.
Oh right.
I think Aurora killed that one.
I believe
I've
so.
only killed, I think 3, maybe. Almost killed Grave. We'll take care of that next time. And I've gone through. I finished my partial quiver that I had, and I'm almost completely through another quiver.
Yeah, that's a lot of arrows.
Yeah, it's a.
Was really not expecting to be up this long. I was expecting that last round to be down for sure.
I was just thinking, how many fucking hit points do you have? You have the equivalent of 20 right now. Is that right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
You almost have my maximum.
Isn't that crazy? After all of this, I've shot this bitch with every arrow that I had in my quiver, plus all of the missed poison arrows. I mean, the nat ones I've rolled, I'm seriously going to have to change out my d20s because this is just bullshit. But no, you guys have done, I mean, tactically, I think with what you had to work with the situation that you are currently in right now, y'all have done really well. So I think that next week we're gonna successfully finish this encounter, move on to the investigatory phase, and figure out if we can put Doc's pieces back together. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All of the Knoll's horses.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a knoll. They shot back, and she died.
Humpty doesn't know shit.
That's true.
This sucks.
Also, Candace, sorry you didn't get to play tonight. Fuck.
That's okay. This is, I mean, it was kind of.
Now you know how Bofer felt for 2 sessions. All right, guys.
Yeah.
Right? Do you guys remember that when Boo Boo was with us and he was dead, and you guys were just like,
passed out. Yeah.
and everybody's like, well, do we want to wake him, or do we want to just fucking go about our business? And everybody's like, well, we got things to do. All right. Anyways, I digress. Thank you so much for an awesome session, and we'll see everybody back next week for session number 55. Or no, I'm sorry, 56. Jesus.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
I will go through afterwards and find the exact amount Ree has killed.
Pretty sure it's 8. Maybe.
I think it's
I
8.
am so down with that.
I
All
will.
of it.
I'm very curious too, though. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right,
Good
see you
night.
guys. Have a great week at work and school.
Good night, everyone.
All right. So, guys, we're gonna raid Hex because Hex is a wonderful person. You know, it's funny. I haven't seen Hex in any of our streams lately, but that's okay because Hex has given us enough love over the years for this to be totally worth it. So we're gonna take all 8 people and we are going to raid Hexalich. Give her some love. If you have not followed her, please follow because it's free. If you have the monetary means to sub, excellent. And yeah, if not, just enjoy the content. So here
Yeah.
we go.
She was actually lurking today, too, so.
Even better. And more than that, we'll see you all next week for hopefully the conclusion of the first fight we've had in almost 2 months. 2 months worth of nothingness that equals 2 sessions of fighting, which is awesome. And again, Candace, I do apologize that you didn't really get a whole lot here tonight. I have a couple notes to talk to you about tonight and prepare for as far as next week is concerned. So guys, thank you. Love you all for being here.
Hi, guys.
Rose, hello. Ark, hello. Say Ruth, thank you so much. Lucy, we'll see you soon, brother. Bye-bye, guys.